I'm late for a very important date. I'm late. I know y'all might take me out when y'all see this. Hello, everybody. Oh, everybody's here. Oh my God. That's awesome. I'm sorry. I've had some things happen. Potential paranormal things. Ran out of time for my horoscope, so I got them pretty much done. But I wanted to be ready. I had to take a moment and ground. I fell asleep and took a nap. I fell asleep till 6 p.m. So there's all my excuses. Whose mama's going to whoop my butt in the comments? All right, guys. Hello. Welcome in. I see there's 10 people in right now. Amid Audacity. I see you changed your name. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Dana. Let's see. Hey, Barb. I owe you an email, Barb. Hey, V. Are you still watching, V? Hey, Lisa. Welcome. Hey, Connie. Always good to see y'all. Hey, Snowfall. Welcome. Okay. I did something, and this is what I did bad today. I got my fan ready, my hormonal fan, and it broke. So I want to blame that on Mercury retrograde and still use it though if I need it. Yeah, guys. So today, I guess I'll go ahead and get started because there's 12 people already in here. I want to thank y'all for being here. So we're going to be talking about the new moon solar eclipse, which it always happens during a new moon because it's the time where the moon comes in between the earth and the sun, right? Hi, just me. How are you? And we're going to be talking about that today. I don't really want to go in too much detail of all of big astrology words when I talk about this eclipse. I have some things, just very literal things, and some astrology things that I want to talk about with this solar eclipse. First and foremost, I want to ask, who is feeling this solar eclipse? So you can feel wide awake where you're not getting sleep, but tired simultaneously. Okay. Anybody got that going on? That's me. I think I'm getting like 4 hours of sleep. And then if I have the time during the day, I'm like passing out and like on myself for 3 hours or so during the day. Paranormal activity can be on the rise. We can have wild emotions today. That is one thing that is happening. Yep. Connie, me, Barb. Yep, just me. It's been quite a roller coaster. I've been privileged, I guess, this time around because I don't know. It doesn't matter where you are in life, you'll be affected by this energy for sure. Let's see. Amid Audacity. Yes. Change my name slightly. I'm awake but forcing myself to sleep. Understandable. And thank you for being here because I know it's late over there where you're at. Feeling tired a lot. Yes. Feeling tired. Audio issues and cracking. Is anybody else getting that as well? Because V is in very close proximity to me. There's only a wall between us. Because sleep thing. Thumbs up if you can hear me well. Connie, so there's crackling. Let me see. Bear with me 1 second. I'll be right back. Any better? Yeah. Any better? It's Mercury retrograde. It doesn't surprise me. Problems with audio, video, technical issues. So, yes, as in better. Seems so? Okay. So I went into the settings into audio and it has an echo cancellation Okay, good. Okay, and I had to fix some audio settings because Rochelle, we had that issue as well. So whatever StreamYard has set is not very appropriate for maybe my cell phone because I film all of my stuff, all of my content I create on one device, and that is my Samsung S22 Ultra. They can sponsor me if they want because I use all their products. Good, good. Yeah. Happy Mercury retrograde. Awesome. Awesome. So let's see. I'm trying to think where I left off. So we're all tired. We can be cranky. We can be highly emotional, right? But all these things are really what this new moon. And oh, and one other thing too, this is the beginning of the lunar cycle. If you see my band-aid, I'm sorry, it keeps trying to pop off. I burnt myself with steam. I was half asleep trying to make coffee, and so I apologize for that. I'm trying to get it to stay down here, but yeah. So this is the first new moon. Like we're starting over. It's the new lunar year. So this new moon is in Aries. Yep, Samsung Slays sponsor. Just kidding. But yeah, basically, we got a lot going on. We have Chiron, the wounded healer, conjuncting this particular solar eclipse in Aries at 19 degrees. And we also have the North Node in there. So that North Node is like our progression, our future. Ultimately, no matter what you're feeling, everything we're feeling is calling us to move forward. It's causing us to want to break free and or not know where to turn. It can affect you differently depending on where this falls in your chart because each house represents a different part of life, and each zodiac sign has an archetypical, meaning. And just like each planetary body, each luminary, everything has an archetypical meaning. Okay, and that's what astrology is all about. I do not use whole sign houses, meaning that the way that I have my astrology set up for the transit, which is the present moving forward, it does shift houses. So Aries is in the ninth house on my chart and slightly in the 10th. But for the horoscope purposes, I just made them whole house signs. So for me and the type of astrology I use is Western astrology, of course, and the Palladius house system. I'm going with just the ninth house, though, for horoscope. Let me get me a sippy. Y'all know I got to have my sippy. I did bring a bottle of water today, though, so I'm doing better. Hey. But yeah, so I guess what I would like to do is I would like to go ahead and kind of cover a little bit about the solar eclipse, just some of the energies and some of the things I just discussed, maybe in just a little bit more detail. And then we can kind of ask questions about that if y'all have any questions. And then we'll get into the horoscopes. And then finally, I will look into individual charts. I know several people. Usually you're really crabby. Yeah, it'll happen. I started getting that way this evening. I'm just like the angry cat, that cat that's always like, that was me for a little bit. But I wasn't at anybody or anything. It's just kind of like, I just ready to go to bed type thing. I'm like, nope, I got to be here for my peeps. I got to do my live, which I love doing, by the way. I love hanging out with you guys, and it took me a long time to really get to that point to where I was confident enough to do that. And oh boy, how times have changed. I really do enjoy being here with y'all. So anyways, I got some noties. Okay, my chicken scratch. And again, we'll go ahead and just start with the solar eclipse information. So we have some weird and interesting things happening, and I'm going to preface this. Some of this for some people may be a little conspiracy theory, but I know there's conspiracy theories out there, but I'm the type of person that I look deeply into something before I consider it a conspiracy. So there are some of those, and then we have some religious things coming up, like religious practices. I don't have detailed information, but I did make a point to write some of this down. But besides the solar eclipse, which is already, very profound and a shift to move us forward, and I have a theory, and I know, again, I've not really expressed my opinions super much on YouTube, and I'm gonna have to use my words very carefully tonight, by the way. Yes, I have many books like that, and then I lose them, and then I find them later. He's talking about these. But basically, we have the Devil's Comet coming by, okay? And the Devil's Comet basically comes around every 71 years, and I believe it will be in the sign of Taurus, like in the sky, okay? So wherever the eclipse is taking place in Aries, the Devil's Comet will be close by on either side. So in theory, scientists say that we should be able to see the Devil's Comet, and the reason that it's called the Devil's Comet is it glows like a bluish green or green, and it's got like two little horns. I wrote the name of the comet down. It's the Pounds Brooks Comet. I think that's the name of it, but the nickname is the Devil's Comet. You'll be able to see that in the sky, hopefully. Yay, yes, astrology time. I love astrology. And it's a lifelong learning thing. You constantly can learn. There's multiple types of astrology, and this is just one facet of it, which in working with the moon and the lunar energies. And I'm setting a date for my class, by the way. Look, I keep getting sidetracked, but I can't help it. I'm setting a date for my class. For in the first class, I've decided I changed my mind. I was going to do an empath class, and I'm like, nope, nope, nope. We're going to do manifesting with the moon class. I don't have an official title for it yet, but I will for sure coming soon. And I will announce that probably this coming weekend, because I will have class signups at the event that I'll be doing on April 13th at the Trivic Clinic Center. Okay, so back to the Devil's Comet. Yes, it'll be in the sign of Taurus and kind of moving in between Taurus and Aries, so we should be able to see it theoretically. And some interesting things about the Devil's Comet. There's something very interesting I wanted to share with you. So the total solar eclipse will be happening at 19 degrees and 23 minutes of Aries, okay? And at night, we were talking about it at 19 degrees. If you take that and break it down into numerology, this can't make this up, okay? 9 plus 10 plus 3 plus 2, if I did my math right, is 15. And 15 is also, I don't think I can find it off the top of my head, or I mean, not off the top of my head, but out of my stack. If I can, I'll show you. But the 15th card in the, in the tarot deck, the standard tarot deck, is the Devil card. So the meaning, like, I can't make it up. Let's see. I got the Tower. It's getting close. I'm going to see if I can find it for you guys, because it's kind of wild. Watch this be the one that's just like randomly missing from my deck. I would blame it on Mercury retrograde too. Look, retrograde is actually a time where we can reflect, and it's actually happening at a great time considering we have the eclipse. Let's see. Oh, is it really going to make me go all the way through this deck? There it is. Yep, it about did. Let's see if I can get this in range. So, and you see how they have two people on either side of the Devil. And, a lot of fear. What was associated with the Devil? Okay, fear. And then you have Saturn. And there's actually a conjunction with Saturn right now. And I believe Mars. So you have that daddy saddy, like rules and regulations and traditions meeting that Mars energy, which is action and war. So we have a lot of things coming in, for fear. Fear is a big thing right now. We're going to talk about fear, and I'm going to give you my opinion, right? But back to the card. So you have two people, and in my notes here, they're bound by like confusion and just, being basically held hostage in this image for the most part, or that's what it looks like. And that really represents society, in my current opinion. Are we all experiencing that type of energy? Absolutely not. We're not experiencing that energy, all of us, because a lot of us can see through these murky waters that we're in. And I think the old traditions, of Saturn and everything. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Mid audacity. I got to get used to that. Might still call you your old name. But yeah, so it's hard to make this up. The solar eclipse is at that particular number, which is 19 degrees and 23 minutes, which equals the number of the Devil card in the tarot deck. And I did get this information from another great astrologer. I think it's Lunatic Astrology. She's a beautiful individual. I don't want to take credit for this at all, because I did get that information from her and I wanted to share. But yeah, so there's a lot of confusion and a lot of people are worried. So we've got the Devil's Comet going back to what's happening for tomorrow. Basically, we have CERN cutting on. Hi, Megan. And we have CERN cutting on. So they're going to be cutting on CERN. Here we go. If you don't know what CERN is, drop a comment and I'll explain it. Unless everybody here knows what CERN is, then I'll just keep moving on. And then we also have all these earthquakes, and everybody's like, oh my God, there's going to be an earthquake along the whole entire, solar eclipse pathway of totality. No, okay. I need another sippy. Just hold on. There is seismic activity, in correlation with planetary alignments. And right now we're in a solar maximum. Yep. And that's another one too. Right now, what Autumn says, you'll see here in just a second, pop up on the screen. There's a solar maximum happening, which increases earthquake activity. So can we have more natural disasters? Yes, around Earth. And I also believe around water. Water's still coming in too strong, because Aquarius is moving into the age of Pisces as well. So there's a lot of things going on. But really about, how can I say this? I turned my air conditioner on, so I apologize. I got the sniffles. Oh, I don't want to sneeze. Oh, sorry. The trees bloomed. I opened the back door today and all the little green leaves are starting to just like pop out a little bit. So I'm so excited. But anyways, yeah, so society right now there's that big dividing line of people. CERN does make me nervous a little bit too, honestly, but they know what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing. And that's kind of the mentality of people right now. That's the mentality of the collective consciousness. There's a lot of fear going on. And then you have the news and you have propaganda and you have wars and you have all this pushing towards negative, nervous energy. And, I'm very concerned about other things in the world. It's not that I take my time to, how can I say this? It's not that I just forget about it. I'm very well aware of it, but I understand by putting positive energy towards it, I'm doing my small part and putting that energy in the collective to change it, because it just seems like, and this is all for entertainment purposes only, take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm not a professional. I don't know anything, but it just seems like, and I know for a fact with my whole intuitive heart, certain people in certain places of authority use astrology just like we do, but they use it for their own benefit. They use it for their own benefit. And yeah, it can lead to propaganda and things. Now, is everybody aware of this? No. I think at higher levels of society, it's usually already know that certain programs here in America that's run by the uppers, I guess you could say. Um, how can I say this? I'm trying to be very careful, very careful. They use certain practices, ancient practices, and they've carried over knowledge. This country, or the country I'm in particularly, was built, and other countries were built on a certain belief system. And these people use these ancient traditions and these ancient teachings. And I believe personally that a lot of that was taken from us. I think our power was taken from us. And we are slowly but surely, as a collective, getting that back. And by putting out the propaganda and making it so widestream with how we can communicate, like there's people from all over the world that that can be here right now. There's not many people in the world that can't tune into this unless you're in a certain country that prohibits, access to the United States, stuff. So basically, this is the thing. They want to keep us down, because if our collective consciousness rose to the level, even the midpoint, let's say half of the people in the world had a great vibration and half the people in the world had a negative vibration. If we went to 51% of those people in the world rising above, finding their own truth, finding their, God of their understanding, and did all that, then we would raise consciousness, we would ascend. And they want to keep us this way so we can stay where we're at. And that's just my personal opinion. I know that might not be the opinion of everybody, but from all the things that I've talked about, all the things I've seen, and when the big C happened, the big P and C happened back a few years ago, that's when my intuition kicked in. And that's when Spirit was like, this is going to change the world. And then they started making all these regulations and all this kind of stuff. And that's when I started to get even more guidance, which was more aware in my consciousness. That's where I feel, that's where I feel like we're at. But for let's see, for the CERN part, okay. CERN, there's a lot of things going around about CERN, and we really, truly, they say they know what the effects of CERN is. I'm not a scientist. I don't know anything about it, okay? But it's very interesting that they're choosing to fire up CERN, on this particular day, and they are studying dark matter. Okay. And that's something that I channeled in a couple years ago at this point, and I want to do a small video on it, and I want to continue doing a little channeling on it and see what other messages I get, because I like space. I'm a nerd. I like things like that. And you don't have to be a nerd to like space, but I'm kind of nerdy in certain senses. V may be able to agree with me there. But soul eaters, oh Lord. Oh, I ransom. I was 25 minutes late, so it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I think so. I think so, Barb. Did Nancy Reagan have her own astrologist? I think so, and maybe even a medium, potentially, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe Spirit told me that, but I've seen that before too. But the whole thing with CERN, I'm not going to jump. We all have our opinions about it, right? We know what it does, but they're looking into dark matter. Channeled in dark matter. I don't know if it's right. It's just what I got. I want to release that at some point very soon. I feel like it's a good time. Everybody's saying they're going to open portals to the dark side. Personally, I think there's an objective here. And Lord, this is where it gets. Hey, Rochelle in the chat. But yeah, this is where it gets kind of weird, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Just take this as a grain of salt. I think they're learning how to create. They want to get to the creation of particles. I know this is kind of crazy, and this is off topic, but it's something I really did want to share tonight. I think they want to be able to get to a certain amount of particles where they can create certain type of energy that's renewable that they can use for different purposes. And I will leave that there. And I've got multiple things, and maybe that's a discussion for Patreon, because I'm going to start Patreon eventually very soon. Spirit's like, start a Patreon. I'm like, well, I got to get the content, so I'm going to get that going. That might be a conversation for Patreon. So that way it's not, too public. You know what I mean? So, because I get kind of weirded out about stuff like that. And I'm not really that big of a conspiracy theorist. I don't consider myself that, but it's just when you get downloads of certain information, and you already have your trust and your line of communication with Spirit, I trust Spirit. I trust what they say. So, and is it something to be kind of scared of? Maybe. The way that certain people in this world want this world to be ran, it is a scary place, and the world is a scary place now. But if we let us, and the whole point of me talking about this is the state of where the consciousness is at with fear. The whole point's fear. And I want to encourage everybody here not to live your life that way. Living your life plugged in to the masses, to the people. You can really do damage to your psyche that way, and it was built that way. And just I encourage people not to live in fear and to try to put out the most positive energy they can into the highest good. And we're actually going through this in our own lives right now. We're asking to, old wounds that could be up to 20 years old right now, or even older. They're coming to the surface, and it's time to heal those things. Okay. And that's why I'm bringing this up, because it kind of all goes in together. There's something else interesting happening. Believe the Shiva asteroid is in opposition. So the creation and destruction of Shiva, that, archetypical term rather, is on the opposition side of this solar eclipse. So, you got the creation, destruction energy, this rebirth. Okay, and this is our chance. And by all the stuff I said previously, I know if you're just joining in, you may have missed it, but you know, the fear tactics and stuff, we can't grow if we live in fear. Period. We can't grow if we live that way. We really can't. So we have to make a decision. You know, it's okay. We go up and down. We ride the wave. We're low vibe. We're high vibe. You know, just because you're sad one day doesn't mean your vibration is in the dumps and you're going to have the booger man come get you and all kinds of stuff. No, we have a baseline vibration. I always talk about this, and I encourage everybody, no matter what state you're in, whether you're high or low, awake, sleepy, just take time for yourself this evening and tomorrow. Process what's going on internally. It's time to, I choose to bask in my shadow. Some people say don't go outside and look at the solar eclipse. And ancient traditions and practices, you know, you got to think about that too. The fear that's bred into the DNA of who we are today, our ancestors, they feared these things and they would sacrifice things. And I got another thing to tell you about that. They would sacrifice things, you know, people, things, animals, and stuff because they wanted they wanted to please the gods. But when this happened, they didn't understand that it was just an astrological event. But truly, we don't think it's just an astrological event, do we now? Because we're all here talking about it in an energetic form. Very briefly, I found it interesting, and y'all have probably heard about this too. I'm going to highlight that comment because that is very true, Connie. So evidently somewhere here they bred, I think it's 4 red heifers, and this is some type of, and I know there's probably people in this chat, I know who I'm thinking of that know more about this than me, but they've bred 4 red heifers, okay, and they're going to sacrifice them because they're trying to, Israel, certain people in Israel, the people that have the very strong faith and belief, they're trying to take their land back, okay, and build the 3rd temple again. And they're trying to make that happen. And then there's all kinds of stuff about, you know, trials and tribulations and everything there. So, you know, if you want to look more into that, you could, and just see of the mass, like transformation, confusion, anger, happiness. It's just, we're all over the place right now. And I thought that would be interesting to bring up. Truly, 100%, this is about cycles. Okay. This is about cycles. You know, we have to look back into the past to see what we need to heal. Chiron is the wounded healer. We had to experience these wounds and in the past to be able to move forward from them. So that's what I implore you guys to do today. I think there's one other thing I want to share. So Devil's Comet, CERN, earthquakes. Texas has the big X over it for the solar and the lunar eclipse. So it is said that Texas is going to be a hot spot of transformation and change over the next 2 years based on that Mars and Saturn energy. It's next door in Pisces, okay, because Pisces is the end of the zodiac, Aries is the beginning, right? So we have that action war energy of Mars, and then we have the rules and regulations and traditions. Something's going to change. They're already wanting to break off into their own country. And I mean, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but there's going to be some very interesting things coming to head with this. Also, too, very, very quick, we have information. I did get this too from Lunatic Astrology, I believe. She's great. I watch her. I get some of my information from her. She helps me out with the transits and stuff like that. Let's see. The North Node eclipse in Aries in 1968 and 1969. The last time we had this configuration in the sky, we had it in 68, 69, and this is the Mars-Saturn connection here in Pisces. Also in 94 to 96, I believe she said. And then there was another one. So March 2024. The last time we had this type of energy in the same place with an eclipse with Aries in the North Node, there was an incompetent president, and I forgot his name. I was supposed to write down his name. I don't know who was president in 1968, 1969. Some of you guys in the chat may know. who I'm talking about, but it was the president before Nixon. He did not run again. He stepped out of the race. And basically, he stepped down, and it was kind of an incompetent, falling very behind the leader of the Republican Party, which was, President Nixon, when we know what happened to him too, right after. And guess what? We kind of are in the same place with the Trump and Biden thing. So those are some of the things that are just going around right now that I wanted to cover. Worldly things, which would be considered a portion of mundane astrology. I didn't go into too much detail. I just felt it was important to cover some worldly things that are happening, very present, very real things that are happening. That's, even though it's all up in the stars, right? We need to take in consideration and live for the present here. If we live for the present here, we can make a better future. We can't live in the past. If we live in the past, we drag ourselves down and we close the doors of opportunity. So, yes. Okay, thank you, Autumn. She said it was Carter. Let's see, I'm just looking at. Thank you, Autumn Moon. Sending healing light, love, and blessings. Audacity. I don't watch TV and breaking my conditioning from childhood. I saw Total Eclipse and it went dark. Yes, it does go dark. Probably about the red heifers, V. Been raising them for years. Yeah, absolutely. Because they have to be perfect red heifers. They can't have any white or any dark brown blemishes. Let's see. I was hoping to go to Glastonbury for an eclipse experience on the 8th, highest place near me. April. What's in April? Did I mess up? I don't know what I said. I probably said March. Oh, I know. Yeah. Not April. The unless maybe I might be wrong about the Saturn and Mars thing. It's been in Pisces since March. President 68 was Nixon. That's the year. Yep, it was the president before Nixon. Hey, Waterfall. We are going over some crazy world things that are happening right now associated with the astrology. I just got done with that. Yes, manifest your dreams. It is time. It is time. And I will speak about that actually next. It's okay, Rochelle. Yeah. And there's a lot of things going on right now. I was talking about several different things and trying to keep my thought train together. So I hope some of that made sense. Yeah. Yeah. March is when the Saturn and Mars thing is already in Pisces. So that energy started. But yep, tomorrow is the solar eclipse. I don't know how much I'll be able to see from here, but I shall go out and bask in it. I made a joke with V earlier. I made a joke. He's like, when I told him, I said I needed to ground and get ready for this event. He's like, you need to go outside and ground yourself. I'm like, I do that anyways. He's like, barefoot. I'm like, I don't ever wear shoes outside, even in the dead of winter. And sometimes I do, but if I'm just here at the house, that cat balls, them damn cat balls. Oh my God. Emily gave me some cat balls. I got one over there, but it don't go off. It's on my table. I got cat balls. Cat balls. Alone in the world with little cat ball. She actually gave me 3. And I'll be taking these ghost hunting with me. So thank you, courtesy of the fine art medium. I appreciate it. Yep. We love our cat balls around here. I don't know if anybody's seen the joke or whatever. Look, I lost 4 people saying cat balls. Sorry, how many times? I'm probably getting demonetized and I don't even make money off YouTube yet on Luminary. So anyways, lost 1 more. I'm kidding. But yeah, very funny. Very funny. Some of you guys know the inside joke. Let's see. So what was I going to say? Oh, okay. So what can we do tonight and tomorrow? This energy lasts like for the next 6 months. So like whatever whatever house this falls in for you, and you're going to look at our sun, moon, and rising sign. Okay. Sun, moon, and rising. And basically the sun represents your person, like your outer personality, like moving forward. Let's see. I know I wrote it down just to make sure I got it right. Yeah, your purpose rather. And then the moon, of course, is your home, your intuition, and motherly figure or feminine energy. Oh, and the sun, of course, is masculine energy. Yes. Hey, Tamara, welcome. I will answer this question too. And let's see. Oh, and your rising sign is all about you. Your rising sign is where you were, the position of the rising was as a mathematical point where you were when you were born. Okay. So that's the one you really want to pay special attention to. I like to take all three of mine and just make a collective assumption of my own personal horoscopes. And for those joining in that may have not been here before, tonight I'm literally going to. So we just talked a little bit about the solar eclipse and the things happening in the world, which can associate to mundane astrology, but I didn't get too deep in the astrology this time. I wanted to focus on worldly events. Lord. But yeah, that's what we just covered. And then I'm going to talk about what we can do. And since it's the new moon, new lunar cycle rather, coming up. And then we will get into any questions y'all have. Then my horoscopes. So it's the horoscopes that I was going to write them like Reader's Digest type horoscopes. And that was the goal. But I ran out of time. I tried, but I couldn't get it done in time and do the live. So I was a little late too. Then lastly, I will look into personal charts, and I already have some people's personal charts, but I'll go ahead and say this too. If you want to hang around to the end, and you don't want your birth information, so if you want me to add your chart to my program and see how this lunar eclipse is affecting you, what house it falls in, then you can either email me luminarylunabeams@gmail.com, or you can send me a DM on Instagram. I need birth date, birthplace, and approximate birth time. If you don't have the birth time, that's fine. I'll just put it in midday. Okay. So let's see. Yes, yes. Let's look at the chat here because some interesting things are going on here. Yeah, the natives say don't look into it. Yeah, I've seen that. And it makes sense. They know their stuff. I have Cherokee in me, so I resonate with the culture and some of the practices. And I actually, one of my guides is like like a great, like a couple great or a few great grandmothers. She is an Indian. Courtesy, I feel her. I've seen her kind of. That's one of the guides I've seen, and Emily drew her for me. Let's see. And can we do eclipse water? And that's what I was answering right there. Um, I've read we shouldn't, right? But I am going against the grain and I'm making some eclipse water. I'm going to put just a couple water bottles out. I know you can do it differently. I do have little glasses, but honestly, you can put it out with like in a nice glass if you have one, and put some crystal like quartz and crystals in it, and different types of quartz, like, or quartz based crystals. And you can do that and even put herbs in it. I personally just like to put out water bottles and then I pour them in the containers unless I have something already ready designated I want to put it in. Just a quick tip. Okay. And let's see. Yeah. The psychic sleuth is ready to go. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, and CV says he would not recommend it. So really it's a personal choice, honestly. I think this solar eclipse is, since it's so strong and healing, since there's a lot of healing going on, I want some of this water. So after this live, oh, I forgot to tell y'all, I don't know how many of y'all are in your PJs, but I'm back in my PJs. I think I might do my lives that way. I think I'm gonna, well, it's not PJs, it's just my robe. But I think these lives late at night like this is gonna be pajama party late night lives. But anyways, it's up to you if you want to make some or not. I mean, ultimately the harm that it could do is only up to you because it's your intentions. The energy's already there. You got to think about it this way. Our bodies are made of water, right? A lot of water, right? So they used to say 70%. Now they say even more. And we are basking in the solar eclipse energy, whether we're outside underneath it or not, and we don't like spontaneous combust, so I think we'll be okay. So if you want some eclipse water, girls and guys, you go do it. You go do it. It's fine. It's fine. But be aware, if you start using it for intentional purposes, you have to direct that energy and understand what it's about. So really, that intention and that energy that's in it, you have to know what that means for you. And that's the most important thing when it comes to intentional based work, or some people call it magic, whatever you want to call it. So, and I threatened that. I think I got sidetracked. I threatened to go dance under the solar eclipse. This was a joke, totally. With my moon water pouring over me, like Girls Gone Wild out in the backyard at 2 p.m. That was a house joke today. I will not be doing that. I will not be going live. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Now the blue light's going on, Rochelle. Hey, baby. That's my baby. That's my oldest baby. My oldest one. Yes, I got your information, Barb. Connie, she says, I'm feeling great. I just want more sleep. Me too. Two things. I want to open my creative and intuitive abilities. Is this a good time for that? 100%, Connie. And this should be in the lunar chart I made for you too. So I will look back at your chart tonight before I get off live, and we will find out. Yes, she is. She is my spirit guide. She helps me create some of my candle work. So I have the stuff to make candles, like 3-ounce tins, 2-ounce candles, but I don't have but one essential oil, and it's a 4-ounce lavender, and there's like several more I need, and it's on my Amazon wish list. But it's something that I have to get over time, because it's not that they're extremely expensive, but I think I need like 10 of them to get like my products really going. I only have small amounts now where I can do tea light candles. So I make lunar candles, cycle candles. I'll go ahead and just, I guess, spill the beans too. I already make new moon and full moon candles just kind of for myself, and I've played around with that. And I've sold some at my events with the essential oils and stuff, but I will be making lunar candles for the lunar cycle. And there's a lot more to go along with that, with this class, that I've only told a few people about, and I'm not ready to release it to the public yet because I'm still working on it. But I'm extremely excited. And as soon as I'm able to balance out this work right now, because of everything going on, I will 100% release it. And it's something Spirit has been talking to me about doing for a while, and I want to tell y'all, but I can't, because I keep some of my stuff to myself, and then I keep some of my stuff out of the public view until I'm done with it, because I feel like I'll jinx it. I don't know. Is anybody else like that? You can do what you want, girl, in this eclipse. I'd get out there, Rochelle, I'd get out there with my drum and be like, boom, boom, boom. I would get out there and have a great time. I want to like roll around in the desert sand. I know it's so much more deserty out, west where you live. And I feel like my heart is being called to the west. I know I've talked about that with several people, that I'm trying to manifest a trip, at the very least, to to the west, because I'm on the East Coast and I want to go like crystal hunting and all kinds of good stuff. Kristen, I may have already explained that. Why should we not do eclipse water? It's totally up to you. It's advised against in some spiritual practices and teachers, and then some people it's not. Some people they want that water. It's considered chaos. So it depends on what you're going to use it for and your intention. But in my opinion, this particular solar eclipse has such a positive, loving meaning that can be embodied. So as long as we're not, going into the side of fear when we're making the eclipse water, as long as we're in a positive mind frame, that we bask in that energy. Our bodies are made of water. I was saying earlier, we're not going to spontaneously combust if we make eclipse water, because our bodies are, I made that analogy. It's so silly, I know, but let's see. I'd love to know, please. Okay, I will add that in. Let me write that down now. And I know I promised Connie. I know we'll get to several people tonight. I'm going to go through it fast though. So once I get the information in, I'm going to roll. with the personal ones, I'm gonna open my mouth and let spirit say whatever they want to say. Let's see. Yep. Just put all my water outside. There you go. Drink it. You might get a powerful transformation. I'm going to keep the rest of that to myself. Okay. But yeah, that's what I do. I put it outside in a water bottle. You can use the water for multiple things. This particular water, though, generally lunar water, that's not on an eclipse. Like normally we do moon water during the full moon instead of, oh God, my cards. Oh no, stay. Listen. Um, Normally we do water under full moons. Okay. But this is a special occasion, an astrological event. So normally you can use it to clear things. You can clear stones. You can actually drink a little bit to kind of heighten your intuition, or like ground yourself. I do that, and that's one reason I put it in a water bottle or a container. I will like pour shots sometimes. I haven't done this in a while, but I'll pour shots, and I actually I accept the fact that it's lunar water and it might just all be in my head, but I really don't think so. It actually opens up my intuition. But I used to do that, like, I don't know, a year or so ago. Now I just make my metaphysical products out of it, or use it for, some people use it for spell jars, right? Some people use it to basically illuminate and intensify any type of work you want to do with it. Putting the 12 pack out there. Yep. Yeah, we were talking about that. I was joking back in the day in my early 20s, I'd be putting my 12 pack of beer out, man. How times change, I don't do that anymore. Now I'm putting out my 12 pack of water bottles to have my moon water, my chaos moon water. There you go, waterfall. That's right. Pajama time. Look, I might got a tube top on. That's it. And I did put on pants. No, wait a minute. I didn't put my tube top on. I just got my pajama shirt on, and fortunately for y'all, I put on pants at the very least. I'm not totally in my pajamas. I know I'm stupid. Let's see. Yes, yes. Intention. Hanging in the jammies too. I think I've about caught up. Y'all are slaying the comments. I think I need to go a little faster, don't I, guys? Yes. Get you yeah, I wouldn't put your crystals out. That is one thing I personally wouldn't do. That's from for the full moon, I would put out a couple bottles of water. Grab your drum. Yep. If y'all have any percussions or drums, it'd be a good time. And it would probably be a very healing session, even if you don't, to listen to some type of shamanic music or healing frequencies or something like that. I know I got to get with Dana on that too. I just reminded myself. As long as the security, like, it's fine. Just run like this. Like a little gremlin and set your water out just real fast. You'll be fine. I don't know though. You probably live in a really populated. See, the woods are on like but pretty much almost the whole backyard is woods. I have a neighbor right here, but if I step out on my porch, like nobody lives back there. The only way they're going to see anything. So it's been once or twice I've let the dog out like this real fast and shut the door at like 3 a.m. It's like, hell, if somebody's out there to look and enjoy the show, because you know what? It's my damn house. It's where I live, and ain't nobody lives out there. There's just woods. So I feel a little comfortable to do do that, but outside of that, no, not happening. Not today. Let's see. Oh no, my cards fell. My wrong cards fell. I gotta put these over here before I mess them up. What's email, hippie chick? Let's see. I don't know. I should be able to put that in the chat. Bear with me for 1 second. I just got to get to my channel on my tab latte. Ooh, a latte sounds good. Did not have my coffee. Okay. I didn't have my coffee. Lives. Coffee. Okay. Didn't have my coffee. All right. I'm here. I got to turn it down. I know y'all had Inception there for a second. I don't know whose email you're asking for, but just in case. I still have got to get to the bottom. Oh, And hey, Sean, hope y'all doing all right, and you're very welcome. It was a pleasure getting to talk to y'all. Super sweet couple right there. All right, Luna Baby at gmail.com. I'm pretty sure I made some of you guys mods, so I don't know. I'm trying to see. I know I did this and under the thingamabobber. So I know Connie's a mod, V's a mod. I got a couple mods in the chat. I'm trying to make the Psychic Sleuth a mod too, and maybe a couple other folks as well. Hey, Dana. Okay, I got to get back to the demo. We're almost done. I find it interesting they are turning on the Hydrogen Collider or CERN on the day of one of the most powerful eclipses and claim it's nothing spiritual involved. Bullcrap, because that's what I was talking about, Shiva. So there's the statue of Shiva outside of CERN, which is creation and destruction, and it makes sense because they're smashing particles and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they know what's up. They know there's more than that meets the eye, right? Than that, okay? Yeah. I would not recommend clearing stones tonight. We clear stones on not lunar eclipses, full moons, right? So tonight I wouldn't do that. I would only make water tonight. You want to clear your body though. Tonight's the dark moon, okay, is the time where we go inward. The light moon or the full moon is when we project outward. Okay, we want to go inward tonight. So this moon water you're making is like a special moon water. You even want to get like a magic marker and write on your jar with a label or your bottle or something, so you know what you got. You know when it was made. You know what the astrology was is a very good tip. Definitely everybody needs to get in the shower or the bath. Spiritual baths would be great right now. Let's see. I'm trying to think. There's tons of other things. Clear your space. After the eclipse, tomorrow afternoon would be a great time to do like a little cleaning if you felt like it, but honestly, this is what we need to do. We need to set our intentions. This is the beginning of the lunar cycle. This is the beginning of the new lunar cycle. So we've already had the beginning of the year, right? And we set our goals and our intentions, but this is an even better time, folks, to set those intentions. Make your yearly plans. Tonight, relax, rest, meditate, do all the good things like that. Pamper yourself. Self-love is important. Be gentle with yourself. That's another very important thing. Like, work through whatever comes up, work through it. Journal, channel, write, but do it internally. Sacred space, okay? Sacred space, spiritual practices. Cleanse your body, cleanse your space. You could do that tonight, but if you're too tired, don't worry about it. It doesn't hurt if you want to cleanse your space like Tuesday. The energy's here. Just set your intentions though. It's a great time to do that at least for the next year, 6 months, 3 months. Kind of think about that tonight and tomorrow too. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yep. Intentions to manifest. 100%. 100%. And Lisa, I think I have your information from last time. So let me write your name down too. I'm not doing an official list yet, guys. But I'm just, crap. Story of my life. Buy a bunch of pens. And thank you guys for being here. We got 33 tuning in. That's the most I ever had. Y'all are friggin' fracking awesome. And thank you, Rochelle, for shouting out my live. She's really helped me out with my channel, and I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, tonight in words. Yes. Okay, so let's explain the tonight or tomorrow for the water. I personally would like to set my water out tonight and let it get the dark and the light. Okay, so it's totally up to you because it is the new moon, right? So the new moon is tonight, and the full solar eclipse is around my time, 2 p.m. tomorrow-ish. It'll be happening probably around that time. I don't have it. You'll have to look it up online for your space. But yeah, I want mine to get the lunar, the dark, and the night because it's all about the shadow and the light this time. I even did my makeup to match my I know, a nerd. I'm kidding. But anyways, yep. So that's my thoughts on that. Yes, please. If you're here for the first time, please feel free to like this. If you want, share it out. I know that's a lot, but if you can push that subscribe button, and mainly just being here is the most important thing. Thank you so much. And I really do appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. Again, I like having you guys to talk to. I enjoy answering the questions and stuff. And oh, I did, just in case anybody wanted to tonight, no pressure, nothing. I put I think I put, yeah, the at Luminary Luna Beams. My Venmo or my Cash App is Luminary Luna Beams, just like that. No pressure. I don't expect anything. I just put it there because this is my full-time job. I like giving back to y'all because y'all give so much to me, either several of y'all through readings or just equivalent energy exchange. That is enough. I don't, just y'all being here is enough, but I'm just throwing that out there. I did put a link to my link tree so you can connect to my other projects too. I've got to put a link for Divine Perceptions playlist in there too, Rochelle, because we don't have like a website or nothing like that. So I'm going to put Divine Perceptions playlist on my link tree. So I've got Lights at Midnight podcast. That's a psychic paranormal podcast that I host with Emily, the fine art medium. So you can find that. There's tons of content. We are almost to 100% monetized, which is fantastic. We're trying to go ghost hunting in spooky locations. And so about the water, personally, you can if you like. I'm going to leave my water out from nighttime all the way to after the solar eclipse. Don't take mushrooms on the full moon. What happens? Well, I don't know. It's stronger. I mean, if you partake in sacred medicine actions, um, evidently now sacred medicine is something that is just everywhere and everybody's doing it, and it's like freely available, just like, different other substances, I do not recommend or promote anyone take any types of substances, right? Do what you want. It's your life, your business, whatever. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, I don't particularly care, but I don't recommend it. And thanks, YouTube. Not recommended at all. But you can get those things online if you want to find them. They're there now. Thank you. All right, guys. So we're an hour in. Let's see. Do y'all have any questions that I could answer, particularly about the solar eclipse? And again, a solar eclipse is happening. You got to check your time and to see if you're in the United States, more than likely it's going to be partial. Do not stare at the solar eclipse without the glasses. If you're going to look real quick. Don't put your phones to it for too long. You can mess your phones up too, guys, okay? Don't shoot lasers at it, V. Don't set the earth on fire. He just got a laser that's like burns through things off Amazon. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but my eyes are sensitive to light. Evidently, that's a side effect of awakening or whatever, and it hurt. It hurt my eyes. He didn't shine it in my eyes either. He shined it on the ceiling. Okay, so Barb says it starts at noon. Awesome. Awesome sauce. I don't know. V's supposed to be going to work tonight, so I don't know if he's still on here or not, guys. And I'll answer that though. Like if you want to do any type of ceremonies or sacred medicine or anything like that, it's very intense on lunar times, so full moon energy's heightened, right? Why does the solar eclipse make you blind, dear? Because you're staring at the sun, baby. You gotta, when you're staring at this, you can't, like, the only time you can sun gaze, honey, is when it's like the sun's setting, and it's still kind of powerful, He's laughing. But yeah, you can go blind, baby, without the glasses. The only time you can stare at the sun is when it's covered, like when it's full totality. So that would be the only time it's safe to do that. 100%. Yep. Smudge the homes. I personally am going to wait to do that after the solar eclipse. You can do it whenever you feel comfortable. The energy is there and available for a while. We have like a whole day after. So, I mean, if you're too tired and stuff like that, do it when you feel like it. That's most important because your intention is most important. Yep. Does anybody have any other questions? And I'll go ahead and move on. I need some water too. Double fisting. This is being 40 double fisting, not in your 20s, right? Okay. All right. I gotta get my life together here for these horoscopes. I hope they make sense. Alrighty. Horoscopes. Oh, that's right. I did it here. Let's see. All right. I hope these didn't get out of order. I got them in order already, but they fell over and I got them written down. So bear with me. I'm just going to show. So there's 3 cards. I'm going to preface this. There's 3 cards. I did 3 different ones. This is the Aries one, right? I did it a little fast, I know, but I'm only going to hold up. These are my cards. I'm only going to hold up this one and maybe this one. And I'm going to read what I have written and I'm going to kind of interpret it, okay? Because to be 100% honest with you, I love this deck. Is everyone feeling it's okay to look at the eclipse? That's a good question. If y'all want to answer that, how you feel about looking at the eclipse, 100%. Leave your thoughts in the comments. All right. So, this deck right here is all about herbs and stuff. And it's not just about the herbs. It's got meanings to them. And I have not memorized it. This is the type of deck that you want to memorize or have to know about the herbs or herbs. Yes, you will go blind. Definitely get the glasses, 100%. My 14-year-old daughter asked that question too. Bless her heart. I love you. Mommy loves you, baby. I told her she could watch some of my lives if she wanted to. She does really good on YouTube too, but she's got 18. She does the kitty stuff like the little Toca Boca, and she's got 18,000 subscribers. Proud of her. Yeah, you will, baby. You will go blind. And you're not home tomorrow either, so I will message you and let you know when it's going to happen. That way you can kind of stare at it real quick and look away or go get the glasses. You can't wear sunglasses either. So don't be staring at it tomorrow. I'll let you know when it's happening though. All right. Okay. Aries. So each horoscope will be Aries moon, Aries sun, or Aries rising. Again, the sun is your purpose. The moon is your inner, your sun is your like outer, your purpose, the masculine. The moon is your inner, your intuition, your motherly figure or your feminine. And then your rising sign is like your direction, your path. So particularly pay attention to your rising sign. If you don't know your rising sign, I can look that up for you here, or while you're on here, you can go and type in on Daddy Google, be like, what's my rising sign? But it could be different than what my astrology says, because again, there's different types, okay? Let's see. Okay, that's good, baby. Well, we'll talk after, okay? Now I'm scared. Now I'm nervous. Yeah, welding hoods. Yeah, camera filters. 100% crafty one. Yep, camera filters, they make them, and I bet you that's a great image. Sonic has them if you buy a blackout slushie. What? I bet you. Okay, we do have Sonic here, so now I just kind of want to go get one. They're still open. That's the good thing about not double fisting beer in your 40s. You can go out and get a slushie anytime you want, right? That's been an ongoing joke through the live. So if you haven't been here from the beginning, then you might not get it. Yeah, sure, waterfall. So, and Barb, I'll look that up for you while I'm answering waterfall. So your sun is your purpose, your outward personality, your consciousness. It is the masculine, right? The moon is your subconscious, your intuition, the feminine energy, your emotions, okay? And then your rising sign is like your life, your projection, where you're headed, okay? And Barb, your rising sign is Virgo. So your rising sign is Virgo, which is the earth sign, okay? All right. I got Brenda. Let me go ahead and write Brenda's name down too, guys, before I get started. I just had an email from Brenda. Just making a little list of people that have sent me their stuff. All right. Okay. Aries. And so for my astrology chart now, I lost my darn cards. Okay, there they are. I got my life together finally. Okay. Sonic is probably closed. Well, that's what Daddy Google's for. We're going to find out, baby. Oh, grape slushy with ice cream and sprinkles. I'll try it. Let's see. All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the astrology. So, for Aries, sun, moon, or rising, this is taking place in your ninth house of higher learning, higher spirituality. Okay. And it also rules foreign travel. So this card represents the last quarter moon in Libra. Last quarter moon is the time when you're coming to completion, when you're tired. So, or like when you're resting. And the Libra is like that balancing act. Okay. And it says make time for self love. Super important. You've been making everybody else happy, or you feel like you've been people pleasing, or you have been people pleasing, Aries, and it's kind of draining you because we know our Aries is ruled by Mars. You've got that action, you've got that war, you have to always feel like you're progressing forward or you're stagnant. And right now, if you people please too much too, Aries, a lot of you guys, y'all can blow those tops, right? You're a fire sign. So it's time to really focus inward, okay? Sun, moon, or rising, focus inward and make time for self love, because the more you give your fire away, the less kindling you have. Okay. And the less that, you have reserved for yourself. So make sure you're doing the practices. And, oh, sorry, I'm not going to look at the chat because I'll get sidetracked. I'll answer that in a minute, but I'll look at it in just a sec. But, basically, yeah, you can't give all your fire away here. You got to save some of that kindling for yourself. And as far as for, oh my god, I can't pronounce this, y'all help me. Asphodel. Somebody with better Englishing than me, tell me what that means. Somebody sound it out. Y'all can't talk to me, but maybe if you want to, you ain't got to. Anyways, basically what this card means is you're longing for like the nostalgia from the past. Like there's some people in your past too that may be coming up in your mind, and you're being asked to reach out, and or with this particular eclipse, forgive, because this is all taking place in your ninth house of higher learning, higher spirituality. This is all about your soul's evolution and how to kind of tame that fire a little bit and find that balance. Libra is all about that balance. It's about, Aries is that me, I type stuff, right? So, I mean, it doesn't mean 100% that you're self-centered if you're an Aries, but it does mean sometimes you have to work a little harder to kind of get outside of your bubble too, because you're so strong-willed. You have to kind of put yourself in other people's shoes. But either way, it's saying basically get out, visit friends, visit family, be around things that make you happy. Self-love, super important. So if you're Aries, sun, moon, or rising, you apply that to that sign and what the meaning is, and let me know if that can relate to you. Dana, I already have your chart, so you don't have to send me anything, dear. If you want me to look and see what house, I know we already, I think, done it this past week, but I will just give you a quick review too. Oh, and clear knowing. That's right. That's what I left out. I forgot I did 3 cards. So the clear knowing card means that what's going to come to you will come. You just have to find that quiet space and you have to listen. Okay. You have to listen to what Spirit's saying, and it's just going to be like an epiphany. So, whatever direction you're trying to head, Aries, is coming. Sun, moon, or rising. All right. Next is Taurus. And for Taurus, I have, excuse me, last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. So these two cards were kind of like indicative to each other, or maybe that's the right word for it. And then it's the crocus, the little crocus. Okay. And self-reflection is the last card that came out. And basically what these cards mean, and it's in the 10th house of career, by the way. Very accurate. Awesome. All right, Brittany, I'll look. Brittany, tell me where you sent the information. You probably sent it through Messenger, correct? Awesome. All right. So, again, Taurus is in the 10th house of career. Okay. So you may be having some issues with your career, whether it's directional, okay, or having like existing issues with your career, Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. And, it's, how can I say this? You've been holding back on speaking your truth. Okay. And that's part of what you rule. You rule the throat. Okay. And this can be blocking you from really speaking your truth, which is in turn having you hold on to the emotions, because we're all about this wounded healer here. We're trying to get stuff out of the way. So it says talk less and feel more, but it's in two parts. You talk less and you feel more, right? You want to talk less and feel more with your, hold on. Gotta look at my notes. Lost my train of thought. Oh, with meditation and like your spiritual practices and stuff like that, you want to talk less, feel more, and have that change come inside. But as you're talking less and feeling more, you want to be able to come out of that meditation and be able to go into work Monday morning or Tuesday morning or whenever you go back to work and be able to speak your truth. Or maybe you're dealing with like a situation where one of your family members, is pressuring you about getting a job. Maybe you're a little younger. Maybe you're still at home with your parents. We're all in different sections of our life, but you're having troubles around your career and not being able to find your pathway or happy at your job. Okay. And it's not just that, it's stemming over into your home life too. Because Taurus, you are grounded. You're all about, you represent the home, right? You're the ground. You have to use that grounding technique. So, you might have big career changes coming up for you, Taurus, sun, moon, or rising as well. So, your self worth may be another thing that's kind of down. So, really take time to self reflect. Okay. And figure out exactly where you want things to go, because you have the power. You are the bull. You can ground yourself. You can figure it out. You just have to give yourself the time to do so, because you always stay so busy. Work is very important to you. Okay. So if any Tauruses are in the chat, if that made sense, if you don't mind, give me a little validation or a thumbs up. You don't have to tell me who, what, where, when, and how. I don't need all the W's. I just want to know if it resonates or not. And now we have Gemini. I'm a Gemini sun, so let's see what I wrote here. All right, so Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, full moon in Libra. Okay, Libra is that balance. The full moon is illuminating. Even though, so I don't want y'all to get confused. We are talking about the new moon solar eclipse, but these cards represent different types of energy. And that's how I kind of get an idea of kind of what's going on, So you got a lot of energy right now, Gemini. There's a lot of things that are being illuminated, but you're having to make choices here. This is taking place in your 11th house of, let's see, networking, public relations, the internet, this stuff right here, kind of what I'm doing, right? So I have a lot of choices to make myself right now. And you want to find the balance of your needs and the needs of others. So you may be struggling, Gemini, even though you are kind of like two personalities and two people sometimes, depending on where that falls in your chart, okay? You want to find a balance between like home and work, or this and that duality. There is a balance. Don't overwork yourself to death, and don't sit at home all day doing nothing. You might find yourself in that, in that place right now. But it is about social networking, and it is telling you more so like we Geminis, we're social butterflies, okay? So we have that side to us. But we also have that side to us that's more reserved, where when we're alone, we'll kind of like zone out, chill out. We have to have our time. Geminis have to have our time, believe it or not, as much as we are social butterflies. And it's saying, this card's saying it's okay to disappear for a while. It's okay to take the time until you're ready to come back into the public eye. And that can mean a multitude of ways because this is in your 11th house. And again, I use 3 different decks. The 11th house is about the public eye, and this talks about the public eye. So tell me if spirit ain't amazing, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And the last card, this is not literal, so don't anybody freak out. There's different meanings to my cards, witchcraft attack. And the way that I took that is, be mindful, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have somebody that doesn't have your best interest right now in the public eye, or anybody. Like, just be cautious. Don't be paranoid. Okay. So I'll go ahead. Yep, I am, baby. I am. Yep, Megan, we are. Does that resonate for you, Megan, in any way? Let me know if you want to. You don't have to. Thumbs up or thumbs down. And if you're new, if you're just hanging out or dropping in, if you're enjoying the live, please leave me a like. Not if you want to. I mean, that's fine. It still gets where it needs to go. But if you want to leave me one of these, I'd appreciate it. All right. Let's move on to Cancer. I am a Cancer moon and a Cancer rising. So even though I have my outward personality, for example, as a Gemini, I am a crab. I go in my shell, and that's where I learn the most, though, is in that shell, where like the crab and the Cancer. And this is taking place with my personal astrology wheel, not my personal, but the one that I use, the type of astrology that I use. And you're welcome, Megan. I'm glad it does. In the 12th house of the subconscious, the self-undoing, the closest to meditation and stuff like that. So we have full moon in Capricorn. So again, a lot of like really big energy, illuminating energy in Capricorn, which is the house of, how can I say this? They really focus on work. Capricorn's ruled by the 10th house. Okay. And basically, sometimes Capricorns can get lost in like their duties and the things that they have to do. And it's take a reality check. Okay. So for Cancer in the full moon, especially if you've been worrying about things, something good is coming. Okay. And if you're wondering, let's see, I'm going to look at my notes for this one because I can't remember now. Sorry. This is only my second one I've done. One day I'll be like those other fancy astrologers and I'll have my studio set up where I can put it on the screen and stuff like that. That's something I'm working towards. It doesn't have to be, it's not, I already have like my ideas set up, but anyways, yeah, I'll get back to it. It's that little, got that tad of the ADHD. Oh yeah. Okay. So if you're worried about hitting the roadblocks, you may, okay, Cancer, but you're going to be able to plow right through them. You'll have to weigh your options. You have to have that, instead of going back into your shell, and this is with your spirituality, with your subconscious. Okay. And this is with, where you end up, okay. And then this is kind of where you end up with roadblocks or stuff of the such, and we're going to have to overcome them, right? And then you have the Apple card, right? But it's all about your spiritual journey. So if you're on your spiritual journey with the Apple card, it talks about, interestingly enough, mortality. So it's interesting that it's in the 12th house, and the Apple particularly talks about shying away from death and change. Okay. Change is transformation. Cancers, you may be fearing transformation right now. That may be something that you're not really wanting to go through or look at. It sounds like I'm talking to you right now. That's awesome. Awesome. I love it. Because I pull these cards. I say when I pull these cards, I pull them for the people that watch, because, it could hit anybody, but I might make this the most relatable to the people that's going to be here and be able to see this. So that's awesome to hear. And it's telling you to consult your spirit guides. And that's what I have been doing. I've been spending a lot of time, having more downtime to myself has been important, which I require that because I am a double Cancer. I require that downtime to charge my battery. So like after this, I'll probably lay here and veg out. I'll be like, in my pajamas and spin pop slots, right? And that's just being honest. I'm just being 100% honest here. That's what I'll do, but that's how I recharge. And then I get up enough energy. It's not that I don't have the energy to go do anything, but you pour out a lot of energy when you do this or you do anything if you're a Cancer, and you got to have that crabby time. It doesn't always mean you're a butthole, or you're not always an asshole or anything. You're not always crabby. It's just you have to have that reclusive time. So really, right now, Cancer, you're kind of at home because the 12th house is ruled by the ocean and Pisces. Water break. One day I'll have a video out. One day I'll get my shit together and have a video out for you guys that has this, that'll be like edited and pretty. And I'll still do my lives because I want to keep doing the lives once, at least once or twice a month. No aquas yet. Nope. As soon as I think I might have an allergic reaction to some of my makeup, because as soon as, I don't know if any of you other ladies that are here, I know there's some fellas in the chat, but for the ladies, unless, some of you guys do this, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say that, anybody, do you get like watery eyes when you put on your eye makeup? Because I've been noticing that when I put on my eye makeup, my eyes will water, and now my sinuses are just like, ugh. I don't know if that's just y'all or me or something, but I think I might have some type of allergy to something. There's something I might have to quit using. And I've noticed it more and more as I've got older. But yeah, Cancer, consult your spirit guides. That means take time to retreat within, okay? All right. So after Cancer, we have Leo, the lion. So Leo, sun, moon, or rising. This is taking place in your first house, which is the house of self, your outward personality, and it's telling you to be proud of yourself, okay? You got to believe in yourself, and you've come to this earth for a purpose, and this is what this is all about. Last quarter moon in Taurus. Last quarter energy is finishing energy, and it's time to create the life of your dreams. You have this solar eclipse. Even though it's blocking the light, it's still shining down on you. It's still making way for you and in yourself. This is all about really like you are at the center here. Thank you, Audacity. Thank you. And then let's see, the hops card here, it talks about how the vines of the hop. So fun fact, I know I've said this before, but in my past life, I was in events, but I also brewed beer and worked in breweries. So I know a lot about these guys right here. So the hops vines, they grow like really, really, really tall. And the vines they're not vines with a B, they're vines. Yeah, I am a nerd, I promise. The vines grow very, very, very fast, straight up, right? But the flowers take more time to bloom. So the flowers, you constantly are reaching, right? And you're reaching for a better self-improvement. And, Leos naturally want to take the center stage. So this is your time to actually do that. And, you're going to grow fast, but there's times that you have to have that finesse to be able to stay, in with, be able to stay put and take time to kind of smell the flowers or smell the hops. Let's see. And it's talking about anxiety and insomnia. Leo, sun, moon, or rising, maybe especially rising. You may have been having more insomnia lately if there's any Leos in the chat. And a lot of this is coming up from the past influences. Well, guess what, Leo, sun, moon, or rising? It's time to go ahead and work on letting that go. We're the ones that set up the roadblocks to let things go. Can we always, and sometimes to a degree, like for the most part, it is up to us, right? But then there's some things that just don't heal fast. And if you can't drop everything today, that's fine. Or tomorrow, if you can't just forgive, write a letter and burn that sumbitch out underneath the solar eclipse. Let it go if you can. But, we're all on our own path of healing. It's all different things, and just because I say these things doesn't mean you have to drop it and let it go forever. It might not be a part of your healing path, but you can at least put that intention and that effort in to try. Let's see what Megan has to say. Replace mascara and eyeliner, especially mascara. Okay, that's probably what it is, because I've had that I ain't going to tell you how long. It was okay. Had it for a while. I got to get new stuff. You're right, though. You are right. I ain't even going to front. I ain't going to lie. Okay. Let's see. We've got our Virgos, our earth signs. Our healers, our natural healers, sun, moon, or rising Virgos. A lot of you guys that are earth signs work in the medical industry. If your Hygeia is in the 10th house, you've done some type of healing on somebody somewhere at some time, and you're good at it. Okay. All right, Virgo. It's in the 2nd house, and this is the house of personal assets, your internal assets, how you value yourself and how you value others. I'm just looking through the chat, yep. Well, I got Maneater on, and my 7-year-old has Maneater by Tarte, and I asked to borrow it, and I put it where she could grab it back, and she's 7, yeah. She likes her Mimi gives her makeup, and if y'all know Tarte and the Maneater, I've used it like 5 times because she hasn't brought it back, so it's still where I left it. I haven't took it or anything. It's still right there. I told her where it was, but since it's still there, I was going to use it. Because I might run out of my mascara. All my mascara is old. It dried up because I didn't do my makeup for a while. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into Virgo. So 2nd house, personal assets, how you value yourself, how you value others, and your internal assets, like what you possess. Okay. And it says full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. Okay. So here's some of the signs that might be having a little more problems, potentially. But, remember, sun, moon, or rising. If this doesn't resonate with you, Virgo, you're in your sun, Virgo, for example, it might be because your rising sign is different. Just to put that out there, okay? So let's see my notes here. Okay, strong tensions around creativity. And it also means adult time, since there's a youngin in the chat, which is adult time creativity too. So those types of tensions. I'm basically, and I can almost hear her busting out laughing right now, like, oh my God. Anyways. But that tension and that energy has to be released because we know Scorpio rules the 8th house. The 8th house is the house of death, taxes, and sex. Okay, what a messed up house, right? But it's also the taboo house, a mystery. So there's certain things certain in life: death, taxes, and sex. Okay, so that's this card. But that may be what you're going through. To breathe through the tensions, for sure. And you might be at a situation with somebody in your life with your assets, or it's even inheritance, I believe, too. But basically, yeah, you're jealous. Well, do you know where the Tarte makeup is, Autumn? You know where I put everything. She knows. She watches me. She knows my movement. She'd be like, anyways, back on track, ADD. But tensions could be bowling over right now, Virgo. So it's important. I'm just going to put this card up first. The last one, meditate. Take time to let go of the things and the people. And then this mistletoe card, this is so cool. Okay, because again, these are different decks, right? And 2nd house of your values, how your values between others, right? So you might have different values than others. I just want to make y'all understand fully what I'm trying to say here. Breathing through the tension, creative tension, or tension between like individuals, right? And then the mistletoe, this card basically said that in, I don't know exactly where, but if somebody was going to battle with swords, okay, and this was back in the day somewhere, don't ask me where, I don't know. Daddy, Google this. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. If they saw mistletoe, we think of mistletoe as the stuff where you go. So that has to do with this other card and those types of tensions too, right? But for this, if 2 people decided to fight or duel and they saw mistletoe walking through the woods on the way to the fight, then they would have to wait until the next day, which allows tensions to cool. So that's kind of what all this is about. Tensions are rising. Redirect your tension around your values, your assets, personal, or even your internal assets, or your values. Don't fight over your values right now. Take time to meditate. Let this eclipse energy let it come to its peak, because it's going to be here, okay? And we're going to have to deal with it, all right? Make sure you meditate, Virgo. So if anybody's a Virgo in the chat, please feel free to let me know. I'm trying not to read the chat as I go, but I can't help it sometimes, y'all. I'm trying to give y'all straight answers here, but I guess that's the purpose of a live, right? It's fun. It's fine. All right. All right. All right. All right. Libra. All right. So Libra is in the third house of communication. Okay. And witty intelligence is ruled by Gemini. All right. And for this card, it's for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, last quarter moon in Scorpio. So we have that ending of the murky waters, Libra. You're coming out of the murky waters. Reveal what needs to be seen. Oh, sorry. Reveal what needs to be seen. Okay. And that's really important because when you have that Scorpio energy, and you have Libra that always tries to balance things, you try to make it right, Libra. And that's where you want in your house of communications. And that also means how you can communicate with others too. So it might be how you communicate with yourself as well, okay? Or how you communicate with spirit, because the third card is spiritual awakening. So you're going to be opening up a lot of intuition, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay. And it says, don't feel the need to discuss everything with everyone, too. And it says that in both cards. And this, I can't make this shit up. Like, I'm going to have to just read it. So this one and this one. This is why I like using these decks together. I'm just going to read it word for word. Last quarter moon Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. There are some things that people just don't like to talk about. There is an issue or situation in your life now that may not be easy to air, or perhaps you feel you shouldn't air it, and that's fine now. It might not be the time to reveal what you need to be seen, but basically saying there will be a time you can. Don't feel the need to discuss everything with everyone. Some matters require just like being discreet and less codependent. You have a better chance of getting what you want. Okay, so again, this is the Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising in the third house of communication. Okay, and then the Rose card. Okay, this is the reason I'm reading it, because it's crazy. It's a pretty card too. I got to tell y'all something else about that deck when I'm done. It says the Romans used to hang roses from the ceiling, right? And it's talking about taking place, indicates, let's see, it continues today, and it's about conversations, which is the third house of communication, which takes place in the present, must be kept in the strictest of confidence. It's time to finally tell the secret that's been gnawing at you, basically, and you want to choose who you confide in carefully, Libra. And they said they may have something they want to share with you too, but it's going to make your bond grow. So how about that? All of these are about communication in the third house of Libra. So that's why I use these. Okay, that's why I use these two decks. I'm going to show y'all. I don't know where the other part is, but I will show you the book. Oh, yeah, here it is. Ow, my leg. Me leg. Okay, so this is the Sickle and Seed deck. This is just one of the books, but the cool thing is it comes with two books, a dawn and a dusk. And this made me so happy I had to have this, right? So basically, the dusk and the dawn, I use the dusk for the new moon and this for the full moon, or I use them both when I'm doing my lunar readings. So, because I use these cards for my lunar readings, and I use the interpretation for this, and then I write it down myself. Like, I get my own interpretation, basically. But I have to use the interpretation. Oh, shit. I just dropped them. I have to use the interpretation for this deck, though, because I don't know it. I'm just being 100% with y'all, but I love it, and I can do my own based on the meaning. And then spiritual awakening. So it is having something to do with your spiritual awakening. Things are coming to a close for you right now, Libra. All right, I'm going to try to roll through the rest of these. I got to reposition myself, though. Give me 1 second. I got to get my other leg up on the bed. My poor old knee. Don't like being bent for a while. All right. Let's do this. Scorpio, the murky waters. A lot of my friends have been Scorpios. Shout out to I only have one friend left that's a Scorpio right now in my life, though. Thank you. And I will look into that, Autumn Moon. Thank you. All right. So we've got Scorpio. So we have about 4 left. This is in the 4th house of home, family, your roots, your childhood. But it's another one that's it's a sign, sun, moon, or rising Scorpio, where it says cool your emotions. You have somebody or something between you and your family is going on. Okay. And it's time. The daisies are associated with like new beginnings. Okay. And rebirth. 100%. So basically, it's talking about picking argument, picking sides, and not picking sides, but merging together with whoever it is in your family or your past, and either say the past is done, everything's done. Good. Good, Lisa. That's good to hear. I'm so glad, because when I say this, I don't feel like I'm making sense to a degree, but I do. But y'all's validation really does help me, because on this end, I'm like, I hope this makes sense. But yeah, so basically you got some turbulence going on with your home, your family, your roots, your past. You're having to come to terms. You're fighting it tooth and nail. You know, Scorpios, they keep secrets. It also talks about keeping secrets too. And it says that, you know, avoid the pot boiling over. Basically, you've got to cool the emotions. And this one talks about, again, relationships and transformation, because daisies represent, passing or transformation. Death isn't always literal death, it's transformation. Okay. And basically, a new connection's on the way. That's what else this card means. And don't let the intrusive thoughts win. Okay. Because we don't want to see you, Scorpio, on the 5 o'clock, because we know you will. We do not want to see you on the 5 o'clock going to jail or worse. Okay. So cool your emotions. Don't let the intrusive thoughts win. Intrusive thoughts also can be, I think this is more literal for more like 3D stuff and not like spiritual stuff. Intrusive thoughts I talk about sometimes. So no 5 o'clock, Scorpio. You need to calm down. Spirit said it, not me. I love y'all. Yeah, that's a common thing, dear, about Scorpios can be toxic, but also too, you got a lot of propaganda out here on the internet, and everybody can be toxic. 100%. At some point, everybody can have their own toxicity points in life. But the Scorpios, they do have the murky waters, which makes it harder for certain placements in Scorpio. Some placements in Scorpio work really well together, and they embrace their creative, sensual side and really express themselves, and some not so much. That's funny. Oh, well, okay. That's my moon. Wait a minute. That's okay. I can always go back. You can always go back, and whatnot, because I'll be doing personal charts, and that'll give you time to catch up if you need to. Yeah, there you go. Snowfall. That's great. That's great. Get you a nice shower. I did my hair, but I got to go do the rest of everything. That is one thing I'm doing tonight. I'm going to wash off my makeup. I might even let my hair get a little wet and rebraid it, because I like my hair like wavy sometimes, and it's naturally wavy. But if I don't blow dry, it'll be wet, because I try to get things done in a timely manner. But sometimes I'll be late for my own funeral, guys. I'm sorry. Y'all won't know I've passed until 7 days later, and then the casket won't be there on time, or I'll be cremated 3 days late, or I won't ever get buried, or some crazy shit. I don't know. I'm sorry. That's just me. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising. Okay, it's taking place in your 5th house of creativity. And it's what brings you pleasure. It's also kids or somebody else's kids. Okay. And we got the card a full moon in Gemini, and you want to embrace the flow of life. A beautiful card. You have 2 people sitting on either side. The full moon is fully illuminating the flow of life for you, Sagittarius. You are a fire sign. Mercury is in fire 6 months out of the year this year. So, okay. We've got a lot of action going on. And see, we've got the poppies for that, and then cosmic energy. So this is in the 5th house of creativity. I always say creativity is next to divinity. That kind of happened with how I developed my intuition, was starting Treasure Tree Company and making some really like cool jewelry, just like this. So I made this. This is clay and real stones. Like I did that when I was having 5th house stuff going on, and that's just one of them. So that's kind of an example of what that type of creative fifth house energy can do, just in that type of creativity stance, right? Yeah. Hippie chick, if you want, Hippie chick, if you want to email me your birth date, birthplace, birth time, you can drop it in the chat. But if you want privacy, you can email it or drop me a DM. I gotta write down Brittany on Brittany too. I'm trying to get through, guys. I know it's taking a while. All right. So let's go ahead and get back to this because I'm ready to get into personal. I know y'all are too, ready to get into the personal, kind of personal type horoscopes of where this eclipse is going to affect you. But anyways, let's see. Oh, it says you have you been fast talking lately, or somebody has been fast talking you? It basically means you need some space, and let things kind of carry out as they will. So you've got that reflection, right? So it's taking place in the fifth house of creativity and stuff like that. It's time to really go within, find that inner creativity, and it's really about this too, the cosmic energy flow. Creativity is next to divinity, cosmic energy. Channel that in, and it is going to open you up spiritually with this particular solar eclipse. You may even be like planning something. I feel like maybe somebody in the chat's planning like a business or something behind the scenes, or some type of plan, some type of event. That's really that Sagittarius type energy. And this is talking about relationships with people and losses, and how losses can really build up over time. And it's time for you, Sagittarius, to let this go so you can unblock your creativity and really get moving on those projects and take that arrow, and that fire arrow, and really land where you're supposed to be. So, no matter how small the wins are, Spirit's reminding you that it's still a win. And you could have had a lot of traumatic stuff happen a lot. Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising, but you've got to let that stuff go, and you've got to start counting your small wins, and eventually it ends up to a big reward. Okay. Let's see. Yes, Megan, all I'm doing, dear, is I'm just gonna I don't know, depends on how long I hang around, but what we're gonna do next after this, I've got three more: Capricorn, Pisces, and Aquarius. So maybe like 5 to 7 more minutes of the horoscopes for everybody. And then I'm writing down names just right now. And I'll probably start with Audacity first, and anybody that's in the UK where it's super late. And it doesn't take but like maybe a minute to 2 minutes to go over your personal chart information, which I believe I have yours too, Megan, and just kind of tell you what house this eclipse is affecting you in the most. You're welcome, Connie. I don't know if I pinned it or not. Did somebody pin that for me, the email? If not, I'll pin it real fast if I can find it. Or I'll write it again really fast. And I'll pin it this time. Y'all might have to help me keep on track too if I miss somebody. Because I've already got a name list going, and after I get done with this, I'll have everybody like give me a thumbs up or like a heart or something that they want to. I'm gonna pin this message. That want me to look into their charts, and I'm gonna try to do 10. If there's more than that, we'll see how fast it goes. Okay, and I've already got some names written down for certain things, but I'll try to do as many as I can. Okay. All right, I did pin that at the top, and it's also right there. Thank you, Miss Autumn Moon. Let's see. Oh, that's right. We got, oh no. Which one did that fall out of? Okay, 3 more. Capricorn. That fell out of Aquarius. Okay. Let's go ahead and get these on done. Yeah. All right. Capricorn. New moon in Aries. So Aries is where the eclipse is taking place. New moon energy is that like planting the seeds. It's the time to retreat within. It says go for it because Capricorn, it's a great time, even if you don't see the end of the path yet, because the full moon energy, hasn't come back around. By the next full moon, Capricorn, you're going to see more of a direction. It's telling you to shoot for your dreams. And by the way, Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising, this is happening in your 6th house of your daily routines. Like how you move through life and your work too, even though in your work habits or your workout or your health, stuff like that. So the 10th house is ruled by career and stuff, but the 6th house is where we really like gain our, momentum to do our daily routines, like, getting up and washing the dishes, as my great grandmother would say, wash and rinse, the wrench. That's what it was. Instead of wash and rinse, it was wash and rinse. Wash and rinse your dishes. Okay. And then you got the chickweed. Okay. So even though you feel like you're a long ways away from your goal, Capricorn, for your daily routine, like you're wanting to set habits, like it's so funny because Emily's a Capricorn and she's like, I'm going to bed every time at this time of night. She's setting up her daily routine. And it's because of this right here, because she is a Capricorn. And then the chickweed is the early flowering herb that has been eaten for centuries, that's full of vitamins and nutritions, but guess what? It blooms first. So that means you're going to have the path. You're going to be able to get to the finish line first, Capricorn, because that is important to you. You have to be number one. You do not accept number two, but it is okay to accept number two as long as you are slowly but surely getting what you need. Okay. The blessings are coming. Both of these cards talk about blessings that are modest but they're significant. And then my card is develop your own spiritual practices. So incorporate your spiritual practices, Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising, in your daily routines. Okay, go for it. Stop hesitating. Get her done. Okay, incorporate it into your daily routines. All right. That's okay. Waterfall. I know she's behind, but all right. Thank you. Oh, thank you, baby. Gonna make me cry. Audie's gonna make me cry. All right. Let's see. Now we're moving on to Aquarius. Rochelle. Ding dong, ding dong. Rochelle. So I'm ringing your doorbell, your astrology doorbell. I know there's other Aquariuses in here, but particularly her. I know she's like, aqua. No. Hold on. My best friend called me. You know I'm live and you called me in my live? No, I'm just kidding. He did. I'm gonna have to message him really fast. I didn't know the phone would still ring during this. What can I say? I will call you back. That's what I told him. I said I'm on live. Now I messed up my cards. Damn it. I gotta look. I have it over here. Look, Mercury retrograde. Whoop, whoop. All right, let's see. We're Aquarius, last quarter moon, Leo. I got that. This and this. Perfect. I found them. I had them in my hand. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't messing them up. I know. Call me during my live. No, I'm kidding. Oh God. See, I like doing this. I love doing my lives like with people, but honestly, at heart, I'm really silly and kind of dumb. Not dumb, but I act silly, kind of stupid dumb. It's just kind of a southern term. We're like, you're dumb, but they don't mean it as an insult. Certain places take that as an insult. When they say you're dumb while they're laughing, they mean you're funny. I know, but that's why I say that. I don't think I'm dumb, but I do like to have a good time, and I hope that I like to lighten the mood a little bit as best I can. Laughter is medicine, right? So I know I'm kind of silly, but I like it. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into Aquarius, and this is the 7th house of your relationships, partnerships, business ships, or marriage. All right, so last quarter moon in Leo. Finishing out Leo energy. Leo is ruled by the sun, so it's very center stage. It's also got a lot of heart. And right now, Aquarius, your heart may be bogged down. Okay, this is what this is saying. And things can turn out well. Okay, keep shooting up. You're in the waning phase right now. That's basically what it's saying. And this is where it's at. Things are going to go up for you, Aquarius. Bring the light into the dark situation. What are we doing? We're bringing the darkness into the light. It's going to reveal things for you. And it's all about your relationships, your business ships, right? Your partnerships, right? Not just like your marriages or relationships. It's also about your partnerships. So for Aquarius, you may be going into a partnership with somebody, whether it's a relationship or business. And just keep your heart clear. The Leo is all about the heart. You got to have that heart energy, okay? And then we have the henbane. Okay, I think I'm saying that one right. And this talks about how they would put a crown on the dead of henbane to help them forget their past life. Well, what is this about? It's Chiron, the wounded healer, bringing in that energy of healing. You've got to let go of what hasn't worked out in the past to be able to bring in the new, Aquarius. Okay, and this is the moonrise. Moonrise in my card, my deck means moonrise is a rising of your intuition, a rising of your feminine energy, whether you're a man or a woman. We all have masculine, feminine energy. Sometimes I tend to be more masculine than feminine, but obviously I present feminine, right? But I have both energies. We all do. This is all about that intuition. It could even bring up things about your mother too, the moon, okay? But in this case, it's a rising of intuition, a rising of even love, motherly love, but you can take that into relationships and you can use that however you like. So, and that is in the 7th house of relationships for Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. And last but not least, we've got Pisces. Okay. Pisces, we've got full moon in Leo. Okay. So, full moon, big illuminating energy in Leo, which is on stage, presence. Think of like actor, actress, performer, big heart, go wild, but don't go wild on the 5 o'clock. Just go wild. Stay in your house. Don't dance around naked in the backyard during solar eclipse while you pour your moon water over you on Girls Gone Wild. Okay, just go a little wild. All right. But basically, we have the holly and then manipulation. So basically, what this one's talking about is saying, like, throw all your cards up in the air, see how they fall. Stop, you know, don't be so technical. Oh, and this is taking place in the 8th house of death, sex, taxes, transformation, taboo, stuff like that. So this is where things really transform. This is the transformative house. So you want to go wild, throw your cards up in the air, see where they land. Again, don't end up on the 5 o'clock, but also don't like Hobbit, Pisces, because you are the ocean. You are vast. You are also a fish underwater. So you want to kind of come up out of that bubble a little bit, Pisces. And no offense by that. It's just sometimes you get comfortable there. You get comfortable in your flow and your wave. It's time to step out of that routine and just let things happen and just release and basically ride the wave, Pisces. It's really what it's talking about. And distance yourself from arrogant people. Okay. And then it says have a great time attending to the people who need you too. So it means hang out with people. And then the holly is, you might be feeling overwhelmed to get out of that routine because of the transformation you're going through with the taboo, the mystery house. Like, could be a lot of murky waters. Even though you're a water sign, Pisces, in the ocean, the deeper you go, the murkier it gets, the darker it gets. Okay. So it can throw you off to be in the swamp, but it still should kind of be at home. At surface level, you see it all, but deeper and deeper and deeper as you go, Pisces, that's where the sharks live. That's where the beautiful creatures live. And you're going to have to tune into that and just kind of ride the wave and let it flow and know that you're going to be brought back to shore. So basically, it talks about meditating. It's very important right now. And make sure you are spending time with yourself. It is not selfish to spend time with yourself. It's talking about going inward, right? But it's also having that balance. Throw it up in the air, see how it rolls, ride the wave. If you feel like taking a step back from the situation and what's transforming and transpiring in your life, then you go right ahead. But definitely take heed and take a bath. relax, meditate, do all those things, Pisces, because it's all about balancing the mind, body, and spirit and stepping outside of that bubble, okay, and allowing yourself to transform through this time. So, with that being said, horoscopes are done. Hope, guys, y'all haven't found some information. Yep, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Yep, absolutely. I'm glad to hear that, Autumn. Thank you. I try. I enjoy it. I must be a Gemini thing in some way. We have it all in our chart. Like, we have all the stuff in our chart, but different things fall in different houses. So it just depends. Hey, Grandma Sherry. All right, I just wanted to catch up. Let's see. If you're on the cusp of a different sign, how much does that affect you? Yeah, you're basically, like Autumn said, Autumn Moon, you're in the middle. So it can be, if it needs to be like right on 0, 29, or 1 degree. And you just have like characteristics of both. So you could technically do both or choose the one that resonates with you. So like if Aquarius, Pisces, if you're in the middle of Aquarius and Pisces, you may have tendencies to go one way or the other. All right. I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to clean up a little bit. If y'all have any questions, you can go ahead and you're welcome, Snowfall. Y'all can go ahead and ask. I'm just going to kind of separate my cards really fast and kind of ground myself a little bit too. Just a hair. And then we will figure out how we're going to do this reading, because I know I have some people's charts and I know some people have emailed me their charts. So I'm going to have to check that too. I just want to get these kind of in a pile so I can have them ready, because I will be just looking at astrology. So I'll be just looking at your birth chart information. And if you didn't know, I know several of you in the chat do know, but I do offer an astrology service where you can identify your natural born intuitive gifts with astrology. And it's a 1-hour session, and you book it with me. A lot of people really enjoy it. They found a lot of use out of it. I'm also doing general astrology readings. So just, I can kind of look over your chart and incorporate it all, really. But if you really want to like hone in on your spiritual gifts, the natural born intuitive gifts with astrology is the one. But I still bring in other stuff with each one. The general astrology chart will just tell you more about your life, right? And just a little bit about the intuitive side. But again, the intuitive side gets into it. I will be doing synastry charts soon, which is the only type of couples readings that I will do, because I do not specialize in love readings. It's just not my thing. I don't have my heart into it. There's a lot of great mediums and psychics that specialize in that kind of stuff. But I will look into an existing couple, meaning they have been together or they're, for at least a little bit, their synastry charts, as in like helping them understand where they're at and stuff. I'm really strong. I want to do it. I'm really strongly considering doing that. Another thing is I want to offer, more astrology readings around these big events, these big astrological events. So like and I want to make them very affordable too. Like I'm talking about like a 30-minute reading, $20 to $30, probably like $25, where you can sit down and figure out what these big astrological events mean to you, depending. And it would be like a 30-minute session where we just talk about it. I don't have all that worked out. I could offer a longer session for more information, but that's something I want to do. I want to do like limited time astrological readings that, come and go with the way the sky moves. I think that'd be really something cool. I'm looking in again to classes. If you haven't been here the whole time, I will be offering classes. I'm having the first date set this weekend for manifesting with the moon, which I'm super excited about. I do have a lot of information ready. Just got to get a few more things that I can't tell y'all because it's a surprise. Okay. But I did talk about my candle work and stuff. I will have like packs of candles you can buy for the moon cycle too. So that is coming, and even essential oils, sprays, and all kinds of stuff, which I'll be making today and tomorrow, some of those too, for super powerful transformation. Yes, the water is tasty. It is good. I love this water. If y'all ain't got a Food Lion, like I ain't drinking no tap water here. It smells like a pool. It's gross. And we have some of the best water anywhere, okay, where I live. And this natural spring water, I know it's not the best. I mean, it's not like drinking it out the side of the mountain with a life straw, and basking in it, which I would do 100%. I'd roll in it. That's what I'm missing in my life is going to the mountains. I've got to go, and they're very close by too. I can actually go up to a place in about 30 minutes and go hiking and stuff a little bit. I can't hike like I used to, but I'm working on getting down to the waterfalls and just sitting my butt in a waterfall and just enjoying myself. This is really good. Nature's Promise spring water is one of the best ones that I drink, and I don't feel like I'm dehydrated after I drink it. All right. Thank you, Barb. I'm excited too. And, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to get it all done. It's just so tough because um, I'm one person, and I am a Gemini, and I'm honing in my skills. I'm honing in the things I want to do, and I'm like processing it and figuring out how to do this and what to do next to try to get it all done faster. So I'm doing my best. I wish I could have it done like tomorrow because I'm so super excited to bring that to you. Right. I understand Audacity. Okay, so let me check and see who is in the UK that's here besides all, or like in overseas that needs their chart done first. I'm not, I'm gonna try to do it in order as best I can, but I do want to get the people that it's like super late there. So, amid Audacity, I almost said proven Audacity again. I know you gave me your birth information before. I don't know if I used it. I know you gave it to me in this one particularly. But let's see. I might have to get you to give it to me again. I can scroll and find it, but hold on one sec. Crafty one's okay. So crafty one, I'll do you number 2. Anybody else in the UK or overseas that's it's super late there and y'all need to kick it to bed. And I'll come up with a better way to get this done next time. I didn't even think about that. Honestly, I apologize. I'm normally only used to having like 10 to 15 people here, so it's a little more manageable. But now that's double, and I'm super excited to have y'all here. I want to figure out a way to be fair, like I want to make it fair for you guys because I know a lot of y'all been here for 2 hours, and I appreciate your time, and time is valuable, and I want to try to get to everybody that I can. All right. Let me go back. Okay, thank you for doing that. I'm just going to go ahead and add your chart information. That water is bussing. Is bussing. I'm just putting in her chart information really fast. And Crafty One's 59. Have you emailed me or sent in the chat if you want? I mean, you don't have to share it publicly. You can email me or DM me on Instagram, luminary luna beams at gmail.com or luminary luna beams on Instagram. Um, However, Crafty Ones, you want to message me your birth information. So, how she provided it here. I'll need that information from you. I'm so glad you found me too, hippie chick. I like your name. I'm a hippie chick too. I like walking around barefoot and smelling flowers and picking up cool stones and other things. I want a van. I really want a van. I want to just live in kind of like a bus van. So I guess gypsy. I'm kind of into that kind of stuff. I love it. All right. 4. Yeah, and Audacity, this is your Chiron return. So this is super huge for you. Your life's going to totally shift. Let's see. We'll just put 12. All right. Let's go ahead and put in the transit. tomorrow. It won't take just a sec. All right. For you, this is taking place in the ninth house. Audacity. Oh, let me get repositioned. So it's taking place in the ninth and like on the cusp of the ninth and 10th house. So your spirituality and your career is very much involved in this particular, because you are an, wait a minute, 430. That makes you a Taurus, but it's on the cusp. So you are a Taurus, right? In your natural habitat where you were born, right? Let me show you. Hold on. I don't know if you can see it. Nope. Let me see it. This one right here on the inner ring is your what you call it? Your birth sun. Hold on. And this one right here is the transit. So the transit is taking place. Let me readjust. In between Aries and Taurus, right? Kind of for you, but it is on the cusp of your ninth and 10th house. So your career, like you've come to a point where you're ready to kind of decide with your spirituality, your healing. In your ninth house, you have Hygeia, which is the healer. You are meant to heal people. It isn't a fire sign of Aries. You are meant to heal people through spirituality, partially. Like that could be one of your callings. Truthfully, let's zoom back out. Let's tap on it here and see if there's any transits. So you're trining your south node in the 11th house. The south node is your past life, what you've brought in. Your wounds are coming in from the public potentially, and that could be from a past life or your just your past in general. Coming in from networking and being out in the open, it's like you've almost kind of you've shifted gears. You used to be more outgoing and in the public, but something happened and you've had to stay at home more, maybe Audacity, and that's kind of easing up for you. Like you're feeling like you want to come out of your shell more, and you're trining your north node. Okay, it's trining your north node. This is your natal north node. Transit is right now. Natal's when you were born, and your north node is your future in the 5th house of creativity. So proving, I'll see, I did it again. Audacity, you're going to be able to kind of step out of your shell through your creativity and maybe find a way to even help people through spirituality. You might even help other people down their path. But it is an opposition to your Uranus, which is can be sometimes confusion or unpredictability for Uranus in opposition to this particular solar eclipse. So, and that's in your 4th house. It's kind of on the cusp of the 4th and not too, it's a little too far off to be on the cusp, but and your root and your family. So there's unpredictability about your root and family right now. So if any of that makes sense, proving Audacity, please let me know. But it is definitely affecting you between your 9th and 10th house. You got a lot going on with higher learning, higher spirituality, foreign travels, and work. You might even have an opportunity to do something. So, all right. And now, crafty ones. Okay. Sorry if I missed it. If y'all put it in the chat, I'm sorry to have y'all type it in again, but I may have to ask y'all to do that, unfortunately, because it'll probably take me longer to find it than go back through. And again, next time I do this, I'd like to do it like once a month or twice a month. I'll figure out a better way. And those of you that are coming back, we'll figure out some type of way to do it. I'll have to brainstorm on that one. All right, so let me just add this chart. I'll do it really quick. I'm saving it under your screen names. And if you ever decide that you want to book with me, I've already got, and this is speaking to anybody that I have their chart. If you ever decide you want to book, I've already got your stuff, and I can look it up real fast and get started on it right away. Let's see. Crafty ones. Gemini. So where I'm in America, we do it differently. So we say June 15th, 1959. And I know y'all do it that way because of my friend Veronique over there. So it takes me a second. It takes me a little longer for my brain to swap. It's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, we use feet instead of meters. Veronique always picks on me. She's like, what is it used for? Why? We'll just put 4:30. So my ancestors are from Scotland, and my maiden name is Blanton. Not my maiden name, but my mama's maiden name's Blanton. Evidently, they were something back in the day. I don't know. Is there any Blantons left in Scotland? Blanton. And if y'all use that for my security password answer, guess what? That ain't one of my questions. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Oh, okay, hippie chick. Okay, thank you for clarifying. You may have told me that earlier, but I forgot. All right. So I've got your chart pulled up. I'm just going to read this. Really great. I can't work. I have time to retrain. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I will book next month. Awesome. That sounds great. Yeah, please get some sleep. Certainly appreciate you. You've been at all my lives. I'll be happy to work with you. If you hadn't already went to bed, I understand. And I can't work, and I'm a stay-at-home mom too. So we do have that in common, dear. So I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. All right. So now you know where Emily got the so from. She does that now. And her parents are from up north and stuff. And they're like, why'd you start saying that? She's like, it's Chastity's fault. I take total blame for that. All right. Space-time navigator. I'm going to try to pick up the pace here. Let's see. All right. Crafty ones. And hippie chick. Okay, is Brenda. Let me write that down before I forget. Okay. All right, crafty ones. This is taking place in your 6th house of daily routine. So you are a Gemini, but this lunar eclipse is specifically taking place in your 6th house of daily routines, your health, your wellness. You may be thinking about ways, crafty ones, how you can improve your health, how you can have a better day, how you can structure things even around your house. You might be worried about your house being clean right now. You're like, I gotta get it. I gotta get it done. Spring cleaning is here. That might be you right now. It's also sextiling which is a soft aspect, which is a good energy, your sun in the 8th house. So you illuminate the dark, crafty ones. I would not be surprised if you have an interest in the paranormal. 100%. Or I think you do, maybe, because I know I've seen you around in the chat somewhere, in between me or Rochelle or Emily, possibly. And then you have a trine, which is another soft aspect with your 10th house of work. So you brought in a lot of spiritual light or a lot of care into the work that you did. And you also have Uranus there with unpredictability. So your jobs could have you could have had a job that was very unpredictable, like you had to bring in your heart and stuff like that, but it's trining that area of your life again. So I don't know if you're still working, but if you are, or you may be doing some type of work, you maybe want to even volunteer. Spirit saying something about that, but you also have, and it's really going to heal the way you have your daily routines too, because again, this is about the eclipse. The eclipse is affecting you, wounded healer, in your 6th house. Okay, so maybe you haven't been able to do what you've wanted to do for your daily routines. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to look. And it's in opposition of everybody's south node right now. So the opposition of the south node for the transit is it's not even hitting on anything. Those are the only things it's really hitting on. So it's still a profound time around your daily routine. I would be very interested in, you don't have to give me any like explanations or anything, crafty ones. You can just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a meh or something. Just let me know if that relates somehow, because with y'all's feedback, I'm able to get better at it. Not only, and I mean, I'm just doing general too. I don't want to do nothing too personal, like live. That would be more for like a reading where we can get down into the grit, because this is your lives and stuff. And I know you've agreed to it, but there's still that boundary there, you know. Alrighty. So I know I have Brittany. Who's got to work in the morning? Is there anybody that would be so kind to say, like, hey, it's way too late, or hey, I've got to work in the AM? Anybody that has to work that's still here that wants their chart read? I know if Brittany's still here, I know she's got to work in the AM. And let's see, I know I have Brenda, which is Hippie Chick, Brittany, Megan, Connie. I've already done Audacity, and Lisa. So I've got 2 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Megan, I'll go ahead and do yours really quick because I've got your chart all ready to go. And the next time I do a live, I might just do like a slot thing. I might do like a slot thing to see how it goes. And I know Brittany, if she's not here still, if you catch this later, I'll just message you yours, dear, because it won't take but a brief chat. She's a good friend of mine. All right, we're going to space-time navigate here. The transit by wheel. We're going to move through space-time here, and all right. This is taking place in your 4th house of home, Megan. So your roots and stuff. And I think me and you both kind of know where this is going. Like, you're still healing from things that's happened about your childhood, and not just necessarily your childhood, but overcoming certain losses. And this is really big for you. You're going to come out on the other side of this feeling a little bit better. You also have this hitting your Mars in your 11th house, which is your action or war, and how you network with people and the internet and places. Like, you might even be taking action, or I almost kind of feel like you may be making a transition in certain parts of your life too. Maybe, I want to say career, but maybe not career. Maybe you're wanting to pick up some on social media. This in the next 6 months may be a good time for you to step out. And, once you've had time to, do the things that you've got to do, Megan, step out and maybe, make your presence a little more known on social media and start following the path that you want to follow, because it's a good time for you right now. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull anything else, because you're not really hitting a lot, but there's a lot of transformation and healing around the home, the family, the roots, and maybe even saying that you need to heal for certain family members too, as well. I'm feeling that as well, Megan. Okay, Brittany. All right. I think, let me see who else I have. I'm going to go ahead, since I've got charts up already. I'll go in alphabetical order. So Brenda, I think Brenda's the one. I'm going to actually go ahead and get Brenda's information written down before I forget. And I'm going to see if anybody else emailed me. Nope, just Brenda. I will not state your stuff. I'll talk about maybe whatever's there, but I won't state anything about your information. Okay. All right, Brenda. Hippie chick, I believe. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I think I got it right. Come on. Okay. Sorry, I don't want to. I'm going to focus on what I'm doing here, because I don't want to accidentally say out any of her information, because she did want to keep this private, because I have a habit of saying what I'm typing, so I'm trying really hard not to. And it's not, just because it's something I'm sure everybody does. Maybe y'all quit that in grade school, but I still do it. I don't know. Okay. Hippie chick, Brenda. I think I do snowfall. I'll look real quick. Let me write you down. I'm trying to mark people out as I go. All right. Space-time navigator. We're going to the eclipse. By the time I get done, it'll be the eclipse. I'm just kidding. No, it won't take me that long. I think we got like 5 people left after this. And a lot of the people I have left, I have their chart information already, or at least most of them, so it won't take me as long. All right. So, Brenda, this is taking place in your 11th house, and your 11th house has to do with like networking. It's ruled by Aquarius, so like technology and like the way you flow in the internet and stuff like that. But basically, the way that you work with people and the world sees you as well. So you've got Chiron, the wounded healer, coming back around. Okay. So you're having a Chiron return. So you are like repairing your image. At some point, somewhere down the line, your image has been tarnished, hippie chick. And basically, you're having a lot of things going on right now. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that. I just got the notification. Thank you. Um, and you're healing. You're having to heal the way that you work with the public. Maybe you've been out of work, or maybe you're making a like a transformation within your work, because natally you have this solar eclipse working in your 10th house. Okay. And in your 10th house, you have a very interesting conjunction in your natal chart between your black moon Lilith and your and I'm Gideon right now because I'm looking at you, Brenda. uh, that face, I'm looking at you. You got a really cool conjunction between black moon Lilith, which is an asteroid, and your Vesta asteroid. Black moon Lilith is like the unmothering, feisty feminine that has to have it her way, like Burger King, right? It's Lilith energy. And then the Vesta is your spiritual light. Okay, when you have that conjunction, that's one of the most powerful conjunctions you can have for psychic abilities. So, hippie chick, I think you got great intuition, but it's falling in your 10th house of work. So, whatever work you have done or you plan on doing, rely deeply on that intuition, because right now you probably could be going in the spiritual way. And hippie chick, I wouldn't be surprised if you work in the spiritual field. Yeah, I mean, if you did, you couldn't, but it's really sitting there. And then it's the rest of that's in your chart. Like, I don't have any private information, but you're just going through your Chiron return, and you're going through your Chiron return in the 11th house. I just gave up because you're not gonna be able to see it because of the light ring. Again, eventually I want to like bring it in on the screen and stuff, but I don't have a laptop. I have a really shitty laptop. I have a Chromebook. So I'm manifesting a trip to the West and a laptop. One day, all of our laptops go for homeschooling and they're Chromebooks, but the kids break them like it's a piece of paper these days, I swear. Anyways, ADD, little touch of the ADD. But yeah, you've got all that stuff around Chiron, your wounded healer. Let me back out and look though. Your 12th house is loaded, girl. Your Hygea's in the 12th house like mine. Too, you've got Jupiter is expanding. Jupiter is the expanding planet right now. Um, yeah. Do you work, hippie chick? Do you work in spiritual stuff, or do you work with healing people spiritually, or with your job? Because there's something going on with spirituality and your job. So it could be even the health field. But your health is in the 12th house. The 12th house is of the subconscious. That's where my Hygeia is. And I heal people's spirit. Like, I heal people from the inside out. I don't do like the physical stuff. Um, let's see. Also, there's a lot going on. Like, you have a lot of conjunctions too. You have that Uranus, Jupiter kind of rough conjunction. So expanding unpredictability in your 12th house of your subconscious. So you're going through a spiritual transformation right now too, Brenda. I hope this is making some sense. I noticed I'm still live. I was seeing if my chat was still running. I don't know. I was wondering if it's behind. Because can somebody send me like a thumbs up or something, or like some type of emoji, because my chat's not running and y'all have been real talkative the whole time. I just want to make sure I'm still going here. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Okay, thank y'all. Good. Okay. Alrighty. So I hope that made sense for sure. Hey, Keeper. That's okay, dear. Hi. Thank you. All right, let's see. Very messed up working situation right now. Had to walk away from a hair salon to take care of my preacher's dad that had dementia. Temporary retirement from career, I guess you'd say. Okay, so but I would say this then with your career, you're that makes sense. So you're going through a bunch of changes with your career. You have a gift of probably gab too. You have a gift to like set somebody down in that chair and be able to really talk to them. You're the type of hairdresser, if that's what you said you did, right? Salon or whatever, you worked in the salon. When you brought a client in, you connected with your clients. And I guarantee, hippie chick, you had a repeat clients that were coming in and out. They were coming in and out that door and they wanted you because you were able to connect with people. And the type of spiritual, like in the inside part of your spirituality and your subconscious, won't be surprised if you get more and more intuitive as you move past this too. So, yeah, like you have a gift of helping people heal just through conversation or just by relation. It's just something natural. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So, I just wanted to put that out there. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that, but just by looking at your chart, I mean, um, yeah, I mean, there's nothing super duper hitting, but but like Mercury, the Mars, so the action or war in the 10th house. Yes, Barb, you are on the list. Yep. All right. So, yeah, I mean, it shows right now. I'm trying to see. It's going to pass. It's going to pass, but you are helping, you're doing a really cool thing right now and helping, helping somebody through that time of their life when they really, really need it. And that's really great. But I think things intuitively, Barb, for you, they're going to shift and they're going to change, but they're going to change for the better. You've got some road bumps to go because spirits want me to say this. I know I'm spending a little extra time, but spirit kind of keeps me here. Find it very fascinating with your chart too. So just hang in there. You're meant to continue to do the work that you do. It might just be a little different. Might just be a little different. All right. Yes. All right. So I know I got Barb. I know I got Connie. I've got Megan already. I mean, I've already done Megan's. I've got Connie, Barb, Lisa, Brittany, Snowfall. I know Snowfall. You'll probably be up for a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do um Brittany next, and then I'll work on my ladies. And if Snowfall, I think you were the last to ask. I'll try to get you to be the last one, if that's okay, Snowfall. Or you got time to wait because you were last to ask. And I know Brittany's got to get up, and then I've only got 3 more. You're welcome, hippie chick. All right, thank you, crafty ones. I certainly appreciate it. And yeah, y'all have been awesome tonight. Thank you for your support. I love astrology. Astrology's great. Okay. Thank you, Snowfall, and thank you, Barb. All right, let's roll. Brittany's is in Brittany's here in my hometown. All right. Not hometown, but close enough. So she's on my time, but I know she's got to work. All right. Let me just write this down really fast. I thought I would already have hers. I need to check really. All right. This is going to be easy enough because it's not any weird spellings for me. I just like to take my time because I don't want to get the information wrong. All right. Do, 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 do. Nope, I don't. Okay. All right. Just bear with me one sec. Hormonal fan time. Now, I knew I just put it in there. Don't do me dirty. Did it do me dirty? Come on. Come on. It took it all away. I'm sorry, guys. I pressed the button and it didn't take it. All right, we'll do this one more time. Almost there. Here we go. All right, Space-Time Navigator. We're going to the eclipse tomorrow. Hormonal broken fan. All right, so I'm just putting in the eclipse information. My internet's wanting to go slow, of course. All right, Brittany, I'm ready finally. Okay, Lisa, cool beans. All right, thank you. All right, Chick-a-lick. It is right on the center of your 9th and 10th house. So work and spirituality, higher learning, higher spirituality. You've got the make asteroid, which is kind of the opposite, the male energy of Lilith, kind of. It's a pair with Lilith. And that's currently right over your hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Currently, that's right over your north node. So you've got some things changing in your spirituality. Have you had any paranormal activity lately, Brittany? Just curious. But higher learning, higher spirituality, literally on the cusp. And let's see. And Brenda, yes, I don't know if you're still on here, but I will send you a copy of your chart, dear. I just saw that come through. That's not a problem at all. And then let's see, work. So how's work been going, Brittany? You might be doing some changings. Is anything changing at work? Are you thinking about potentially headed out or changing your career, or maybe even learning like something for a new position? You could be taking on some stuff. Okay. Oh my God, this is annoying. Cannot believe it broke. I mean, it's only $1 at the Dollar Tree, but still, it's really pretty. You're welcome, dear. No problem. Let's see what else. You've got a square with your moon. So your moon is in the 12th house, which is the house of the subconscious, which is in the sign of Cancer. Your moon's in Cancer, just like me. So you may be going through some emotional things too right now associated with your job as well. And then you have Mars. You got a few things that's hidden in your chart. You have Mars as well, and that is a trine energy in the house of self. So you're standing up more for yourself, probably at work, Brittany. You have it in conjunct and with your sun in your third house of communication. So you're definitely standing up for yourself more at work, Brittany, right now, because there are some changes going on. And then you have a semi in conjunct with Pluto in the 5th house of creativity. You're trying to find a balance between your creative projects and your work too, Brittany. So that's really where it's going to transform. You have an opportunity to do both, but I think you have an opportunity to either leave your current job or move up. Okay, baby doll, I love you. Good night. Yes, it is so helpful. I'll be 37 in May 31st, but I already get hormonal sweats. My grandma went through the change at 38, but look, I mean, I don't dye my hair or nothing. I don't think it's coming, but I'm without a air conditioner right now because if I turn it on, it gets too loud. It's too disruptive. I wish I could have some background music too, like just in like low, I'm gonna have to try to figure that out. My fiance makes music, so I'm gonna have to get him to get me something because I can't deal with the silence. I mean, it don't bother me because I'm talking to y'all. I just would like to have a little bit of noise. Brittany, whenever you get this, dear, let me know if that resonates. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Connie. It's Lisa and Snowfall. They said they'd be last. We'll do Connie and then Barb. And I think that's it. If I left you out, let me know, okay? So Connie's next. I already got Connie and Barb's information. So we are going to pull up Connie's and Barb's. And that might be what I do. I might send out like a message that anybody that wants a reading or whatever for this will go ahead and get all this stuff lined up. And that way I can bam, bam, bam through it. So again, this is new for me, learning experience and everything. Yeah, I know you can dye your hair gray. Lots of changes at work. Okay, lots of changes at work, hitting on everything, very accurate. Actually hearing things while after work, and I'm working late. Ah, gotcha. Oh, okay. So you're experiencing it right now. She works in a spooky county, in a spooky place, and I'm not gonna say nothing else because that's her business. But I would love if they still have part of that place closed down to get like a little just walk through. Like maybe one day I bring lunch and just get to walk a little bit, just see what I pick up on. Matter of fact, I don't know. I might be scared myself. Oh, Connie's beautiful chart. It's so beautiful, Connie. Every time I look at it, she has a beautiful geometric pattern in her chart. It's beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and quit talking schmeek. Not talking smack, but y'all know what I mean. Let's see. Let's see. Can't believe I've been live for an hour, 2 hours and 30 minutes. All right, so it is now the 8th. Welcome to Eclipse Day, everybody, where I live, at least on the East Coast. It's already the 8th for some of y'all. Yes, absolutely. All right. We're going for 2. I'm using 2 because it's close enough. All right, Connie, this is taking place in your 7th house of business relationships. I think I remember this now because of the thing. But yeah, so it's taking place in your 7th house of relationships of all kinds. They don't have to be romantic, they can be business and stuff like that too. Also, just like new business ventures as well. Girl. All right. And then it's hitting your north node in the 9th house, a higher learning and spirituality, which we know what comes along with that, related to your business ventures. And then it's hitting your Hygeia in the 10th house. It is a square. Your Hygeia is in the 10th house, making you a natural healer. Okay. Hygeia in the 10th. It is a square though. So even though you're flowing and stuff, there's just a lot of changes coming through. And it's not that it's a negative with your flow, Connie. It's just changes going through with the way that you do business and your work and stuff like that. And then you've got a trine going down to the 3rd house of communication with this eclipse energy, and that is your south node, and that is healing from the past through communication, which your job involves a lot of communication. You're going to see a lot of that, and you're also getting like an in conjunct, which in the 2nd house of Neptune, which is the dreams, your dreams to move forward, Connie. And it also can bring illusions too, and daydreaming. So I see you daydreaming about the next step in your life, Connie. It 100% hits all those boxes. So that is how it's affecting you. All right, let me mark Connie down. All right, Barb, thank you for waiting, Barb. I'm sorry. I've tried to go so fast, Barb, if you're still here. If not, I will send you, I'll at least screen record it, Barb, and send it to you, or I'll just do it again. I'll send it to you via email. And I got to send Brenda her. I'm going to write that down now. Send. And I owe you I remembered that while I was doing my hair tonight. I was like, crap, I got to send you your recording from your reading too. And I will do that tonight as well. I kind of just vegged out yesterday. I was supposed to go clear a house and it didn't work out because certain things on the other end of whatever. I got ready, and it's family. It's not anything like super serious, but it needs to be handled. I was supposed to go clear a house last night, so I got all ready and everything, and then I just kind of vegged out for a little bit, and then I just worked. That's all I did. All right. I think I already got Barb's stuff pulled up. Did I pull up Barb's stuff? Okay, we'll just do it again. Barb, and then Space-Time Navigator. All right. Oh, crap. Nick has to get up for work. That's okay. He's probably going in late anyways. Alrighty. Barb, this is taking place in your 8th house of transformation. So a lot of things are changing. You've got a lot of stuff in your 8th house, Barb. So you're having a north node return, meaning that right now is the best time to plan out what you want to do. Like, get an idea, go in, retreat within spirit. It's that transformative time. Your north node is in the 8th house of something's always certain, Barb: death, sex, or taxes. But it's transformative in all those areas, and even areas that are taboo. So you may find yourself doing things that you never thought you would do. Just for example, I'm not saying you would, but just for example, skydiving. Never know. Or even picking up different types of spiritual practices, or maybe even going on that ghost hunt. But you also have the Vesta, your spiritual light, is in the 8th house. So you're lighting up the darkness with your spiritual light in the 8th house, which is the murky waters, meaning you shine the path, you shine the way. And so you have Saturn right now too, really conjunct with Chiron, your wounded healer. You are going to be forced to break old ways and old traditions and get out of old patterns and make new ones. As you know, some of the things we talked about, Barb, in your recent session with me, like with new family situations and stuff, like y'all are having to make new traditions, and it's different than it used to be in your core of your family. There's transformations, but there's plenty of time to make new pathways. And it's something that you're going to have to, kind of still get used to. It may still bother you here, but you're going to be able to heal from that and let go of the way things were, and watch how beautifully, and you already are, but I just feel like, somewhere deep in there, it's almost like you're still kind of holding on to the kids being at home and stuff like that, potentially something like that. And then having these new traditions and bringing in more family and bringing in more love, Barb. And that's really what it's about for you. And it's also squaring your moon. So your intuition and the your moon is in the 11th house, and that is like bringing your intuition into the network. Okay, and that's squaring. So you may be having more collective conscious hits. Okay. And then you also you've got a few things going on that's hitting. So if your reading has been shorter, it's because you don't really have a lot going on. It's not a lot of hits, but some people have more hits than others because we all have different charts. Okay. And then everybody's is opposition the south node. So you're meant to heal from lost assets, like financial or internal. You're healing from old values, maybe values that were put on you by like your childhood or something of the such. And you have an inconjunct in your first house with Pluto, inconjuncting transformation of self. So you're in a total self transformation. And I feel like now that I sit here and say this, it kind of lines up with some other stuff we talked about. So that's great. That's awesome, Barb. But it's literally like planting seeds. Now is the time to plant the seeds, Barb, and make a way and make a direction to where you want to go. And that's for everybody. Build a direction, make way, make waves of change. Let go what you can. Okay. And Connie and Barb and everybody else, remember, this energy lasts for 6 months. It's not immediate. It could be immediate. It could be tomorrow, depending on how strong this energy is for you. But over this next 6 months, like Connie, your transformation will be over the next 6 months. Barb, yours will be too, and everybody else. I would love to do that, Brittany, for sure. Because I mean, that's not too far away from where I live, and we can get up, and I could even just come visit you there, and then we could go up to that mountain place I was just talking about and maybe sit there and eat or something. Or maybe just sneak around. We'll get in trouble. I'm going to be on the 5 o'clock. Psychic medium sneaks into undisclosed location near undisclosed location because I can't say. All right. So Lisa, Barb, let's see. Oh, that's okay. I've got Lisa and Snowfall left. Is there any absolutely true? Thank you so much, Barb. Anytime. I love to do this. I love astrology. Thank you. I've got 2 people left on the list. Does anybody else want me to look into their charts? While we're doing that, I know I already have Lisa's chart from last time, and thank you for your patience, Lisa. Maybe like moving forward, I'll do the horoscopes separate. I just keep running out of time with everything going on. I want to do like the overall horoscopes on a separate video. That way I can just kind of get into the personal readings and stuff. I think that'll be really cool. So it's free. So Brave Angel, what we're doing right now, all I'm doing is looking to see what house your um, the solar eclipse falls in for you. So kind of where this is highlighting your life for the next 6 months. And that's really what I look at. And I just look at some of the points really fast. It's like anywhere from a minute and a half to a 3-minute, just kind of overview. This is free, but I do have my donation link here, but it's not necessary. You know, just having you guys here and hanging out's enough. But I also do readings for those that maybe have just joined in. So, if you've just joined in, I do offer different types of readings. I'm a psychic medium that specializes in the paranormal and spiritual guidance, and I do spiritual guidance readings. I do astrology readings. I do dabble in the paranormal quite a bit, but that's like on an individual case by case. I do not charge for that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you, Lisa. Awesome. Okay, so let me write down. I'm going to write my order down because I got Lisa, Snowfall. Hold on. Let me get to my paper. So I got Lisa's pulled up. Snowfall, I think you sent me that stuff on Instagram. I got to write yours down. I got to go to IG. I'm going to make a note of that. I should already have yours, but I don't think I do. All right. And then Brave Angel, and thank you. Yeah, I love doing the things with Rochelle. Rochelle's my chick. She's my fan. She's my chica. Queen of Hearts. So this is what I'll need. You can either put it, and I want to preface this. If you give me your astrological information, the people that see this video now or are watching live, and the people in the chat, they can get your astrological information and put in your chart, you know, and I mean, you're putting it out there. You can email me. There should be a pinned comment. Not comment, not like the devil's comment, but comment. There should be a pinned comment, and after this, I think I'm going to have to cut the list off because my backy needs a breaky. But let me see. Hold on one sec. Plus, my tablet's dying, and I can't plug it up with the way I'm at. Dang it. Come on. My fingers don't want to work no more. Here we go. All right. Yep, pinned at the top. luminarylunabeams@gmail.com. You can email me your birthday information. Okay. So I've got Lisa, Snowfall, Brave Angel, Queen of Hearts. Okay, I got yours, Queen of Hearts. Thank you so much. Keeper. Okay, Keeper. All right, so that'll be the end of my list. So I'm going to end tonight with Keeper. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And thank you so much, Hippie Chick, for the shout out. And I have my link if you can. If not, again, it's fine. And I appreciate everybody that has. I really do. It helps me out a lot. Let's see, it's in the description box too of this live. And you can find my other projects there too. My Lights at Midnight podcast that I host with Emily, the Fine Art Medium, and other works that I've done with Rochelle, and all my socials. I do have PayPal, Brave Angel, but I don't. The problem is the number part. Let me look really fast. Let's see what happens. Trying to think, because I give it through email. So if you want to shoot me an email at luminarylunabeams@gmail.com, I'll give it to you there. But I don't want to release it. I only release it to clients through emails. I don't release it publicly. So that's totally up to you. No worries there. And I do appreciate you asking. So we got Lisa, Snowfall, Brave Angel, Queen of Hearts, and Keeper. And I think Rochelle just went live. So I'm going to definitely end my list here, and I might hop in on Rochelle's live because I know y'all might want to get over there. So we're going to wrap her up, rip her up. I'm going to pick on her and be like, copycat. No, speaking. Give her a hard time. Like, you went live. I was live. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm just picking. She's fun. Rochelle's a good friend of mine. She's on my list to visit when I go out west. Oh, me. All right, here we go. Doo, 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 doo. Sorry, Lisa, I got off on a tangent. But if you watch Rochelle and me together, you're probably used to tangents. I try not to. Got to reel it in. All right. So we're going to jump, a space-time jump to 2 p.m. So we already got the date now for the date changed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Barb. I had to look at the name. Thank you. Let's see. I just come on. All right. So, Lisa, this is taking place in your 10th house as well. So, let's see what's kind of linked up. So, all 10th house energy, career, work, transitions with your work, Lisa. Maybe you're having some healing issues too. So, you're on your Chiron return as well, like big, big healing, Lisa, for you right now. And it's hitting your anti vertex in the 11th house. So, Lisa, I might want to interpret this as you being out of work or changing jobs, Lisa. Does that have something to do with it? I know I did yours 2 weeks ago, but I have absolutely no memory of what we talked about. But I feel like, and it's also hitting your 5th house of creativity. There's like a semi inconjunct. So kind of like some weird feelings about around children, whether they're yours or your own. Okay, cool deal. And you're having to bring in like your intuition and your love into the 5th house of creativity. So, are you working with special needs people? Or are you working with people that need a little extra love and care or any type of stuff of the such? You're also in opposition of your sun in the 4th house of home. So your sun is in the 4th house of home, family roots. So you're kind of out of bounds. Maybe it's something might even be new for you, Lisa, as well. So basically, let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. It's not really hitting on much, but it's hitting on a lot. Don't get me wrong. It's hitting on a lot because you have that Chiron, that wounded healer in your chart. So the wounds from the past, let's see where your particular South Node is, and that will tell us a lot as well. So your South Node is in the subconscious area. So you might even be healing spiritual wounds. Maybe you've been on this path for a long time, but I still feel like maybe you were raised with a certain like ideals or certain religion that kind of put you in a box, and you're still kind of healing from some of that stuff too. In the 12th house, you put a lot of rules and regulations around your spirituality. Okay, Lisa, and I don't know if I got that intuitively or I think you told me that. I'm not going to even front. If I remember something that y'all tell me, I will never make it out to be that spirit told me. So I think they did, but I think you told me that more. So I'm pretty sure you did. So that shows right here. It shows in the house. It literally shows in your chart still. But your Vesta right now is right over your South Node. So you're really illuminating stuff from the past. There's a lot of things changing, a lot of wheels turning. And yeah, it looks like it's going to turn out very well. Let's look again. It's a point of fate. It's a point of destiny for you. This was a change that you were supposed to make. And it's squaring your ascendant and your descendant. So you've had to make some changes about your routine and stuff. Maybe you're either, I don't know if you're excited about it based on the astrology, not intuition. You're either excited about it, or if you, let's see, or you might be dreading like maybe the time you have to be there or something of the such. So that's pretty much what's hitting and going on in that house. Let's see. All right, Snowfall, you are next. Yeah, Brave Angel, and you again, you can it's pretty easy to set up, but you can always just email me and I can send you the information. That won't be a problem. And if not, we'll just catch me next time. No worries. Venmo is easy, but they want you to add like a bank card and all that kind of stuff and everything else. But I understand because I'd have to give out my personal phone number and my first and last name here. That's the only reason I can't give you the PayPal. I think I changed it, but I can't remember. You can always search Chastity Luna Beams, and if it has my face and I got my finger up like this, and it's like a little light, and it's a blue moon, that's me. But that would be the only way I'd recommend finding me. It'd be Chastity Luna Beams, and then like this, and there's a moon and like a little light coming out my finger. I know thought it was cute. Okay, Brave Angels, thank you so much. Awesome. Awesome. All right, let me look at Instagram. And this will be Snowfall. Then I have 3 left. And that would be Brave Angel, Queen of Hearts, and Keeper. Yeah, now I've got 4% left on my Tabalate. So we got to roll. I hate Instagram messaging because it never freaking fracking tells me nothing. Like, it never tells me when people message me. Snowfall, where did you send it? Because I've got 4 Instagrams and it's not no like weird stuff. I just got my businesses separated or my projects separated. You're fine. I don't get my notifications hardly on Instagram. It's frustrating. So Snowfall, if you don't mind, resend me your information on Instagram and send it to the Luminary Luna Beams for me because I know you can find it there. I'm going to try to see if it'll pop up, but it's not there. It's frustrating. And you're there, but it's not there. So I need your birthday, your birthplace, and your birth time rough estimate. I'm going to go back up here and find Brave Angels while you're doing that. I'm going to go back up here and write down the rest of the folks' information. So I see Queen of Hearts. 4:3693 p.m. All right, and Queen of Hearts, birth location, you don't have to give it to me. If you just want to give me the state, that's cool too. That would be easier because it'll be a little more accurate if you don't want to give out both locations. And Brave Angel, I need a birth time, Brave Angel, and I need a birthplace, preferably city and state. But if you just want to do, and I think it's different up there too. Like it's like 3. It's like we have city and state. It's either 2 or 3 things I got to write down. So I'm not familiar with that. So if you don't mind, just give me an idea or the territory. I don't know what y'all call them there. I know that's awful when I live next door to you, but forgive me. Let's see. I'm a Gemini too. June 9th. Keeper. You don't have to donate, Keeper. It's free. It's free. I just put that up there tonight. I've never asked for donations or anything like that. It's not mandatory. It's just up there in case people felt like they wanted to donate. It's never mandatory. I can look at it really fast unless you're going to head out of the chat. It's totally up to you. And I need birthplaces for everybody. If you just want to do the state, that's fine. But if you want to do the city and state or territory and state, however you want to do it, that would be even better. That's the day before my mom's birthday, Snowfall. So I've got everybody's at least birthday down now. I don't think my tablet's going to make it. Because I got the brightness turned up on it so I can see it. So I'm on. Ooh, I did grab it. Perfect. I didn't think I could reach it with everything right here. Where's my damn pen? There it is. All right. Bear with me. I'm just writing down the last one. Yeah, and just me. I did have you on my chart. That's right. I couldn't read my own darn writing, so that will be the last one. I had you on my last one up there. So I'll do snowfall. I think just me. I think you said you wanted to do one too. Literally, we freeze our butts off. That's not good. Okay. Oh, 333. That's nice. Okay. 7 a.m. Okay. I'm just writing down everybody's stuff, and then that way I can just roll. Awesome. I know somebody else that lives in your town, in Alberta. I have a girl I did a podcast with, and Keeper. We got. I know I have a client that lives there too, in your birthplace, Keeper. Okay, I've got everybody's stuff down. Yeah, 333 is a powerful number. All right, let's rock and roll. And I say that, and I click off. I click off. All right, so we're going to finish these out, and I am going to let y'all go. So if y'all want to go over to Rochelle's live and see what's good. All right. What am I doing? Where am I going? Here we go. Next person is all right, Snowfall. You're up next. Shit. I didn't get the year. Yeah, I gotta have the year, Snowfall. So I'm gonna bump you back one and go ahead and move on. I gotta have the year. Unless I missed it. I don't think you did, but I'll go ahead and do this really fast. We'll do June 9th, 0609 1969. And this is Brave Angel. Time. 212. It's okay, Snowfall, no worries. Bear with me. It just takes me a minute because it asks me for everything, and I have to do all the, and I have to make sure I enter it in right or it's messed up. Okay. Yep, I just need the year, Snowfall, and then we're all set. You still should, you might be able, I don't know, it might be too far away, but you should still be able to see some of the eclipse, Brave Angel. I wonder if you could. 93. Okay. Are you saying high G? I can't find the term on the internet. She's way, if Waterfall's still behind, I have no idea because I have a country accent really bad. I don't know what she's talking about. Okay. I'm sorry, Waterfall. You can always message me, DM me on Instagram, or email me and ask me if you're behind. I don't know if you've caught up. All right. So where's this taking place? It's taking place in your 8th house too, Brave Angels. So you have a conjunction with your moon, with your natal moon. Natal moon's when you were born, okay? And the sun, where it's at, the solar eclipse is the transit, right? So this is in your 8th house of transformation, death, sex, taxes, all things taboo. You might be interested in, not Timu, taboo. You might be interested in like paranormal stuff potentially, but you have intuition about things. You just know things, and you also may be able to see things with this placement, and that might be enhanced, like dreams. You might have even more vivid dreams right now. It's highlighting your sun in the 10th house, which means highlighting, that's a very powerful position for your career. There's a good energy. So if you're on the same career path, it's going strong, it's going steady, that's great. Then you have the Black Moon Lilith squaring. So refrain from in the workplace or wherever you do your work and stuff like that. Hygeia. Hygeia, Heygia, Hygeia waterfall. Yeah, it's called Hygeia. It's an asteroid, healing asteroid. But yeah, so yes, thank you, Perry. Thank you. It took me a second. That's funny. I'm so sorry. It's Hygeia. Yes. Like high G what? Like high G back in the 2000s, like, hi, I'm high G. What's up? I don't know. So I'm not making fun of you or anything. I'm just being silly because I think that was funny. I was like, I have no idea. Took me a second. But yeah, so sorry. You're having that Black Moon Lilith, that feisty feminine stuff kind of come out at work, Brave Angel. And, or maybe you're ready to like take charge and just take back what's yours. So if this is making any sense, Brave Angel, let me know so far. If you can just give me a thumbs up or any type of good emoji. If it's not, give me a thumbs down or a sad face, however you want to do it. And it's also, you've got the feisty feminine Lilith, like the transit Lilith on your ascending chart. You might have went through a recent like standing up for yourself, maybe in a relationship or a business ship or something of the such. So yeah, there's something going on there right now that's big, powerful, and transformation. You are coming up on your every 25 years. So at 25 and 50, we go through this really big healing process, and that is next for you. It is coming. Like the healing that you're waiting for right now, Brave Angel, is coming. The transition, the shift, but right now you have to let go of that stuff in the past. Whatever they did to you, this is what Spirit's telling me. Whatever, and looking at you, whatever they did to you, they don't have a hold of you anymore. Let go. Move on. It's time. Okay. And that was a little mixture. If I got spirit messages during this, guys, I did. If I didn't, I didn't, because I'm just doing like astrology right now. But for the guys that, or the gals and guys that know me, I'm psychic medium and astrologer. So yeah, release as much as you can, and whatever you can't release, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Okay. I mean, you're going to work through it because you still got another, like, you've got your stuff coming up at 50. So I think that's in a few years, 4 or 5 years for you. But yeah. Okay, Brave Angel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now go ahead and put that up there. Thank you. Yes, ascendant sign is between your first and second house in your chart. Yep. And I've got to email a chart, and I got to email a recorded session. I'm reminding myself out loud. All right, Snowfall, I'm going to go ahead and do yours, and then we have 3 or 4 left. So we've got this one, this one. Yep, 3 left after that. For Keeper, Queen of Hearts, Snowfall, and just me. And again, guys, I don't know, you probably heard me say it already. I will find a better way to do this. But now if you come back, I already have your chart information. I can just go bam, bam. and just put in the date and time that we're looking for. So no taggies. We just want to do it this way. Thank you. All right. And I'm putting just the midday because you said you was maybe 12 or something like that. Either way, it'll be close enough and we'll get her done. Oh, all right. Snowfall. This is taking place in your 10th house of. Oh, wait a minute. Look, don't. I didn't say that. Hold on. I got to put the transit up. I was jumping ahead of myself. Thank you, Keeper. I feel like Rocky right now. Like I'm running up the steps, but I'm running up towards the astrology charts like Rocky. Okay, I've been on way too long now. Now you know. Now you know what happens when Chastity gets tired. Can you imagine? But yep, pajama live. I bet everybody's in their pajamas now. Like this bitch talks too much. Sorry. All right, so this is affecting you in the house of self, Snowfall. And if I use I'm trying not to use your name, Snowfall. And if I do, I apologize. Thank you. I'm trying not to, Snowfall. Okay, so let's see. I'm have to even turn the screen now. I was like, let's see. First house of self, and you got a lot of things going on here. So it's hitting the house of self. So transformation in the house of self. This is your time to grab life by the balls, Snowfall, and take what's yours. Okay, literally. Spirit said it. I didn't say it. Spirit did. Uh, you have that soft energy. So we have a sextile energy to your 11th house, and you set too many rules and regulations, is what it's literally saying. You have that soft energy of Saturn. Daddy Saddy rules time, rules, regulations, traditions. You're having a transformation here. You're ready to step out of those rules and regulations you put on yourself. You have the 10th house. You have Neptune and Uranus conjunction, which means unpredictability around intuition and dreams in your 10th house. You have that square. You're still finding it hard on how to do the work that you want to do. You also have a um, trine energy with the soft energy with your your nodal axes in your 10th house. So you're growing spiritually. Okay, Snowfall. And then you are, this is like I said, he had quite a bit. I'm going to try to go through them real fast. You've got Jupiter on the other side of the chart, on your descendant side, which is in your 7th house, which is expanding relationships with others. So it's really talking about you really learning yourself, learning about yourself, stepping out there, grabbing life by the balls. You're trying and you're wounded healer in your 5th house of creativity, meaning that this is going to bring you more creativity. 100%. You know what I'm talking about. I know what you're talking about because I kind of know some stuff that's going on, and this is amazing news for you. You just literally have to sit yourself down and do it. And you also have that square though with the 4th house of that action versus war in home and family. So getting motivated is going to be your hardest thing. Okay. And you've got a sextile with your south nodes and the 3rd house of communication. Things are going to flow easier. Take advantage of this time right now, Snowfall. It's a great read for you. Actually, it's a great time. All right. Surprised I didn't have your information by now. I thought I did. All right, we've got Queen of Hearts, Keeper, and Just Me. Queen of Hearts, Keeper, and Just Me. I can unplug this sumbitch now. It's got 20%. All right. So I just got me a Queen of Hearts tube top Queen of Hearts. It's really cool. And I used to be like I wanted to own a brewery back when I was in my 20s called One Eye Jacks. So I was all into like the card themes and stuff like that. And thought it was really cool. And then come to find out the cards are like tarot cards later in life. I found that out, and I'm like, oh, well, that makes a lot of sense. All right. So It's wanting me to type the zeros in too, and I keep forgetting. I could have had put in already. All right. And all right. We got you in. Okay. So Queen of Hearts. Let me go ahead and grab my pen too real fast. I got to put in your space-time navigator. We got to get you plugged in here to the eclipse. And you know what? It's so close that I could just literally look at it, but I want it to be accurate because, you know, the moon moves really fast and the sun does too. Or the way we do it, kind of. Or not the sun, the moon, I mean. So I want to make sure it's right. All right. So you've got a return coming back up too. And wow, oh boy. The same planets, Queen of Hearts. Oh, you've never had one of these. Okay, well, let me show you something. And this is going to look like Spanish or another language that you're not used to. I'm going to try to show you. The darker ring I'm going to show you is the transiting sky as it moves today. The inner ring is your natal chart, which is a snapshot of when you were born. Okay, so hold on. So you see how there's a bunch of stuff right here? When you were born, we actually talked about this, Queen of Hearts, at the beginning. So you were born under this same configuration in 1968. If anybody has OG been here and for the last 3 hours and 15 minutes, we talked about this. You were born during that time. So you're getting ready to have like this huge shift. Like it's going to be in the house of transformation. So like you're the sun, you're at 14 degrees in your sun and everything. Wow. I'm gonna have to look at this for a second because I'm still trying to process how I wanna. There's a lot of conjunctions. Okay. So you're having conjunctions in your 8th house of transformation with potentially health, Queen of Hearts, okay? Positive or negative. It could be both. It's transformation. We never know what comes out of that. So just letting you know there. Then you have your Saturn, okay? Your Saturn is your daddy, Saddy, setting rules and limitations and stuff. You're going to release some of the things and some of the traditions that you used to do. It's like out with the old, in with the new mentality. You are ready for the change, okay? And Queen of Hearts, feel free to validate this as I go. I'm going to go ahead. Yes. So you're having the sun illuminate your 8th house. You always have been the light in the dark room. You've always been the light of the party, right? And a lot of this is hitting right now. The Chiron wounded healer about the wounds and stuff that you're having. It's not quite conjunct, but it's coming up, or you've just even passed it. And you have that Mercury energy. And are you intuitive by chance, Queen of Hearts? Are you, or do you feel intuitive? Because it wouldn't surprise me if you have some type of intuitive gifts as well. You have your Black Moon Lilith in your 10th house, so you've always wanted it your way, like Burger King at work. You could have been a boss lady, okay, or you were a boss lady, or you are a boss lady, or even if you wasn't, you wanted to be. You run the show, and the spiritual light of Vesta's coming in and giving you another opportunity for basically your time to shine in whatever pathway you take and whatever you consider work for yourself, whether you still work or you work from home or you're, a stay at home, however you do it, we all work somehow, right? The wounds, yes, you are intuitive. I can tell by your chart, and it'd be a good time to say again, I have a natural born intuitive gifts with astrology reading that I do. It's 1 hour session, and if it's something you're interested in, not just particularly you, Queen of Hearts, but anybody, if you're interested in it, you can go, I can email you like a copy of my stuff, or not. You can just hang out with me on my lives, and we'll talk even more. Either way, I just always want to throw that out there because a lot of people really like it. Let's see what else. I'm just trying to see what else falls on it. So yeah, that's about it. You have a point of vertex in your 10th house, so something's changing with your career. And if it's not, and this is not a natal vertex, vertex is point of fate. There's a point of fate coming with the eclipse in your 10th house. So are you getting ready to retire, Queen of Hearts, or whatever? Yeah, you changed the rules, so you win, girl. I bet you do, because it shows. It shows. That's the kind of energy I'm getting from you. It's like my way, like Burger King, bitch. That's like how I'm feeling. And sometimes where I'm intuitive, that kind of rubs off on me too. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. You have confidence, okay? I think it's cool. Uh, I'm not making fun of you or nothing. I just think it's great because I'm kind of picking up on that. And you have the trine though. You have the trine with the fourth house. Um, Fourth house, so solar eclipse, fourth house, Mars, action or war. You're ready to make action or war on your home front. Does that make sense? I have to majorly move. Yeah, okay. Because you have that action or war, like you're ready to take action in your fourth house of home and family and where your roots are. So that is literally about the move. And it's basically saying like is you have to take action or you have to make war or you're gonna have to if you have to move, I don't know. I just kind of get a feeling like you're being kind of pushed out in a way. And that's where you have that Mars energy where you're ready to take action or war. You're just going to either do it and get it over with, or you're going to fight it a little bit longer. And that's totally up to you, honestly. But you're fighting the current. If you know you have to leave, you've got to leave. It's a point of fate. You very well could be moving. So that makes sense. My best advice is meditate about it. You're intuitive, connect with your spirit guides, and just I feel like spirit's saying it's time to declutter. It's time to let go what no longer serves us. It will serve us better somewhere else. But it's hard because I'm kind of in the same situation where I might be forced to move too. So it's not something I really want to do, but I might have to. And if it'll change everything. So I get it. I totally get it. So I'm going to move on to Keeper. Keeper will be next, but I would follow your heart, Miss Queen of Hearts. Follow your heart, follow your gut, follow your intuition. Let me look at one more thing before I pull up the other one. Yeah, so you're air, earth, Virgo. Yeah, you're going to feel it and know it. You're going to feel and know what to do. You clairsentient, claircognizant. You know it'll be told to you through here, cognizantly, clear knowing. There's your little sneak peek of your intuition. All right. You're welcome, Queen of Hearts. All righty. I've got Keeper next. If it will work. There it goes. All right, Keeper. And I'm just putting in your information right now. Why am I whistling that? Does that mean anything to you? It's weird. You can give me any impressions on that. By the way, ladies, y'all are all born around the same time. I've got 69, 69, 68, 67, I think, is the last one. I got to look back at just me again. But yeah, y'all were all born. It's so interesting, and y'all are all here. That is so crazy. All right, so I'm gonna quit whistling. Get inside. So then one thing about being intuitive too is like you start doing something. It makes it really hard actually in life sometimes. I mean, these are things that people don't talk about. Sometimes it gets hard because you disassociate and or like you have a little tad of the ADHD. I know Rochelle talks about it, but it's because we disassociate and we get psychic impressions, so we move slower at certain things. So thank y'all for still being here for the guys and gals that have hung around. I just got to put in your location, Keeper. All right. Okay. And then we just got to space time navigate. We're going to shoot on over to 2 p.m. today. I'm just using 2 p.m. That's a good enough estimated time. All right. Keeper. Let's see. Oh, sorry to leave you in suspense. I'm going to get a little drinky drink of water. Okay, waterfall. Good. That's what I like to hear, Queen of Hearts, because that's the whole purpose. Getting a little validation is everything. Just a little bit of validation goes a long way, and we're able to kind of like, and I really try to. It's a natural thing. I'm not trying to be egotistical when I say this, but part of my gifts is helping people transmute stress. That's part of what I do. It's almost like I absorb it a little bit, either through my teachings or through my chats or stuff like that. I don't even mean to. It's not something, it's just something people have told me about myself. So I don't know if that means anything from your experience from getting your chart read and just having that information and the validation. So one way or another, that's kind of what happens with me and other people. And I have a lot of stuff in my 11th and 10th house and 12th house. I'm meant to work with people and do this kind of stuff too. So, not trying to be like, oh, I do this. I'm not like that. Don't try to take I don't try to let it get to my head. You know what I'm saying? Because once you do that, you can't connect as well with your intuition. That's cool. Yeah. All right. So we've got Keeper here. All right. I'm ready. You've got a lot going on in the first house. You also have that kind of like planet returns. Your chart is somewhat like how can I say this? Like it just goes straight across. Let me see if I can show you. It kind of just goes a lot is going on. So you're going back and forth a lot with things. Like you're constantly struggling between yourself and your relationships and transformation. It's like a lot. So your whole life, I mean, and you could just say yes or no, Keeper. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, dear. You can just say yes or no. You've had a lot of struggles between like yourself and your relationships with other people or your business or anything else. And let's just go ahead and see where this hits for you. You're squaring your moon in between the 10th and 11th house. So a lot of emotions are coming up around work and the way that you deal with other people. Okay. And then you're oppositioning everybody. Well, no, that's not yours. Wait a minute. Hold on. And you're kind of like semi in conjuncting Mars in the 6th house. So you're having challenges. You're having to take war or action against your daily routine right now, Keeper. So you're trying to make it's kind of hard for you to go back and forth like for your daily routine, and you're struggling. You also have another inconjunct right now hitting Jupiter, which is expanding, right? Jupiter's an expanding planet. I don't think it's going to be it. You need help. Is like you feel like you need help on your daily routines or something. And Jupiter's coming in and expanding that for you, but in a positive direction, meaning like it might be a little bit harder, but I think you're going to get the help that you need. You either have the help that you need, but you need more help. So, I don't know how that meets with your daily routines, it's totally up to you if you want to share, but it's almost like I need help mowing the yard, and I have, for example, a son that comes over and mows my yard, but he didn't show up this week. So you're kind of pissed off, like that kind of stuff. That's kind of really what it seems like it's going for. But moving forward, you're going to have an expansion of some type in your daily routine, meaning that you're going to be able to do more than you're used to doing. Because, like, for me to sit up this long, and this is just, I'm relating right now, not trying to talk about myself. I'm just kind of relating to, like, I haven't had to have surgeries or anything yet, but with my back and stuff, sitting up this long, I'm training myself to sit back up for multiple hours at a time so I can do my event too on the 13th. And I'm hurting pretty bad right now, and that's why I don't know if y'all can tell. I hope y'all can't, but like I struggle with different chronic pains and stuff, and like I'm proud that I've set up this long without. I don't know how I'll be when I get up in the morning, but I don't know if that relates to you or something, but I feel like it may, and that's why I wanted to share it. Ooh, what is that? The hell? This little fucker. Ooh, he was on my leg. Where did you come from? It's like a little beetle. I have a air conditioned unit. Oh, I'm just holding a little beetle. You go live over there for a minute. I'll get you. Yeah, you stay there. Attack of the beetles. Oh, anyways, I'm so sorry. It was on me though. Freaked me out. Um, anyways, so yeah, so you're gonna have like you might even get in arguments with somebody over your daily routines and stuff like that. But there's a lot of emotions abound between like your functioning day to day and how you go between inside and out. And Spirit's telling me this. There is the daddy saddy energies conjuncting to in the house of self. Don't put so many stipulations on yourself, keeper. Okay, don't put yourself. You're putting too many stipulations, and you have your whole life. You have a bar, and it's okay to have a bar. Okay, it's okay to have like goals. I'm not saying don't have goals, hopes, and aspirations and dreams. You're too hard on yourself sometimes. Okay, and you really need to heal that part of you. You need to make you meticulous. You don't have to confirm and say yes or no to this, because it's a little personal, but I really feel like I need to say that. Don't be so hard on yourself, dear. You got this. You know what needs to go on. Everything's going to get done in its divine timing. Okay? I feel like you needed that message. All right, just me. You are my last and just me. You're still here? I didn't miss anybody, did I? Because just me is my last one. I'm pretty sure I wrote everybody down that said they wanted to do a reading. So if you haven't told me, you wanted a reading before now, and I've got pretty much everybody on the list. Okay, I see you there. You're welcome, Keeper. Thank you for being here. And Rochelle, guys, I'm gonna do this last one for just me. And Rochelle's live right now, so I won't be mad at y'all if you want to leave and go hang out, because right after this, I'm literally just getting off. So it won't hurt my feelings one bit. We got to go show some love to her too if y'all have the time. I know it's late, but she's always late. We're always up. We live life by our own rules. Me and Queen of Hearts. Well, I do too, though, girl. I got some of that Black Moon Lilith in me, girl. I'm gonna tell you what. I really do. I'm the boss. I like to be the boss. I do play well with others. Don't get me wrong. It was a challenge to work on a project with somebody else like Emily at first. I told her, I'm like, I'm not used to doing things with other people. But yeah, like I've learned how to do that better. Okay. I'm gonna quit talking junk and we're gonna get to just me. Hey, just me. It's just me and you right now. This is me and you. Okay. Couldn't help myself. All right, I gotta put in your chart and shut the hell up and go to bed, don't I? I thought it was funny at least. All right. And the cool thing is, I already have y'all's charts for next time. The next time I do this, if they don't ban me from YouTube for my corny jokes. That was a corny joke inside of a corny. That was corny joke inception. What could they be called? Mom jokes? Are those mom jokes? Can't be dad jokes. Okay. They could be, I guess. I don't know. The inner workings of my head at 1 a.m. This is why I'm up at night. All right. Here we go. Let me check because I can't even read my own damn handwriting at this point, but I'm going to look. There it is. That's what I thought. Mm. I've always wanted to go to your birthplace, just me, but you know what? I would love to go, but honestly, the one thing that I will not mess with, there's one thing that does kind of freak me out a little bit, and that is voodoo. It freaks me out. I will fight a demon, even a demon that comes from that, but I will do whatever I have to do. But when it comes to voodoo, it freaks me out a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Just a little bit. I respect it is what I'm saying. Like that's some powerful stuff. All right. I'm surprised I made it on here without having to blow my nose. I know that's TMI, but with the weather, I mean, with the allergies going on and constantly being like this, I'm proud of my damn self. Yeah, wear shoes, 100%. I will wear shoes there. Now, if I go out in public, when I was younger, I didn't. Sometimes, I mean, wherever I could go, but even downtown, sometimes I walked through Vegas without no damn shoes on one time, like an idiot when I was 23. Not like through the streets. It was side streets, which sounds even worse, right? But I ended up. I'll have to tell you that story after this. Hold on, if y'all want to stay and listen, I'll tell you in a minute. It's hilarious. I've got some good stories outside of paranormal stuff. Sometimes I've had several adventures. So I'll tell you later. Let me just get this last one done here. Thinking about it's making me laugh. All right. Focus. Just me and you, just me. Okay, here we go. And the other 8 people or 7 people that are here, thank y'all for being here. Maybe they fell asleep. Maybe y'all are asleep or you didn't chime in. Either way, thank y'all for being here. All right. So here we go. This is affecting your second house of finances, personal assets, and how how you value things and how you value yourself and your values. Okay. So is somebody testing your patience, um, potentially at work, or are you having some type of issues with work? Because there is a point of the vertex is in your 10th house right now, and your 10th house is ruled by Sagittarius, which is fire. Okay, let's see if there's anything else in that house. It's an empty house, but it's something to do with like your career. There's a point of change or a point of the vertex point, or whatever you do for work. There's hitting some type of the vertex is a point of fate again. So there's something going on with the 10th house. Okay, so let's see what else. There's not a lot. I'm going to be honest. You have 4 hits, but it's over the 10th house. So, but that still is work, though. That's still being caring for others. The sun right now is also, so this makes sense. You have your sun in the 6th house of daily routine. That's your natal sun, okay? And your natal sun brings light to like the daily routine and like how you care for others too. So if I click on this sun, yep, it hits. Okay, I wish I could show you even better. If I click on this sun here, you might not be able to see it. Shit. Okay, you're going to take my word for it. If I click on this sun right here, you have it hits that vertex point. You're meant to be doing what you're doing right now, where you're taking care. Thank you, Lisa, for still being here. For just me, you're meant to be taking care of him right now, and it's oppositioning like your progress in the future and your hygeia. So it's like you're doing a selfless act by taking care of him, because there's things that you could be doing, but you're doing an honorable thing by taking care of him. Does that make sense? Just me. It shows it right in your chart, and you also have the opposition to Hygeia in the 1st house. You yourself having Hygeia, the healer asteroid in your 1st house. That's like you yourself heal people. You heal people with laughter too, just me, it seems like. Um, let's see. Okay, I wanted to see if that validated. Also, too, let me back up and go. So we have a bunch of trines going in, but you're having some unpredictability between, okay, on the cusp of your 6th and 7th house, between your daily routines and your relationships or business relationships or partnerships and stuff. There's some unpredictability happening in your 7th and 6th house. So it's almost like relationship wise, whether your business or relationship, there's like scheduling conflicts, or maybe you're wanting to see your lover or your boyfriend or your husband more, or they're there, or maybe it's on and off type thing. Don't want to get too personal, because I could go deeper with that, but there's something that's kind of either keeping you from having a business ship, relationship, even friendships, because you're doing an honorable thing right now. But you're exactly, point of destiny is exactly where you're supposed to be, is with your dad. You're doing what you were meant to do. And I want to make that very clear. No matter, sometimes, 'cause I've been in that point of care before, and it's really hard sometimes. Not saying it is for you, it's just, relatability. You're also, that sun is also beaming off. And this is it's kind of like a reflection. Spirit's showing me, and it's showing me here because I'm reading your chart as a reflection. And I never thought about thought it like that before, actually. It's in the 4th house, action or war. Like you might be into terms with some of your siblings. 3rd house can also represent siblings too. And you've got Uranus. I think if it would zoom the hell out, hold on. Yep, you got Jupiter and Uranus in the 3rd house. So possibly, yeah, no help till now for a minute. My sister's trying to clean my dad's out. Yeah, I've had my head down the whole time. Um, so I haven't seen any of this for sure. Yeah, me against 3. So I've had my head down the whole time. I haven't looked at that. So that's validating right there. I just don't know. I don't want y'all to think I'm cheating, but it says it right here. Action and war in the 4th house between siblings and unpredictability. Just, is your mom in spirit? Or is there, if it's not your mom, it's somebody who's really close to your dad. Yeah. Hold on. Getting a cold chill. I can't deny it. I'm not going to turn it away, because your mom says there's something you need to know. And it's so weird because I was just going along with the astrology thing, but then she stepped forward and she's showing me files. There's something, and I don't want to go too deep into this, but I think you will understand exactly what I mean. There's something that has been or needs to be taken care of within a filing cabinet or some type of files to get squared away because things aren't set up the way they were supposed to be. This is the message from her, okay? And she's happy, she's positive, like everything's good, but she's telling you this. That things haven't been set up the way they were supposed to be um, with life stuff. Follow me, just me? Hopefully, but it could be just like somebody's supposed to get the house, somebody's supposed to get this, somebody's supposed to get that. I feel like I'm, doing this, but there's something in some paperwork somewhere. Maybe you should start looking, okay? Because as long as it's almost like you have the heart to not just benefit you, it's going to benefit you and who it's supposed to. And you see what I'm saying? And she knows that and she sees that about you. Yeah, so mom's good. Mom's fine, but she says there's something that needs to be taken care of. And it's like files. It's like, I don't know. I hope that makes sense, but there's something paperwork wise that still needs to be handled. Okay. All right. Well, that is me last one. I'm kind of sad, but I do have to go because it's almost been 4 hours. I never thought I would stay. Look, I'm going to tell y'all I got to tell you one thing though. Nasty habit. I smoke cigarettes. Fight me, whatever. I don't care. I know it's not everybody's thing, but it's mine. I've made it almost 4 hours without a cigarette. Fucking proud of myself, first of all. Second of all, funny Vegas story. Real fast, and then I got to hop off here. You're welcome, just me. I don't know. And if I get anything else the next time I see you on, I'll let you know. Funny Vegas story. I drove across the country and walked in heels, beautiful little white dress, okay, out in Vegas. And we were going to go to a booby bar, right? And we were 23 and I was with 2 other guys. One guy had been to them, but see, out here where I'm at in Vegas are 2 different things. These, the ladies they're beautiful. They're like doing artwork. Here it's not like that. I've only been to one here and never, ever, ever. So this is, not spiritual related. This is just for fun. It's a funny one. So we get all the way out there. The guys get kicked out, right? And we have to walk back. So I get a blister on my foot, and that's how I end up walking around Vegas with no shoes. And I ended up it was like this big on the bottom of my foot. And it ended up having to put on the dude's shoes. But the dude's shoes that I put on, and I had to walk barefoot for a few minutes, he actually wore my high heels. So that was the funny part. There's some other stuff I can't really talk about because it was Vegas, but it was a lot of fun. I went across the United States when I was 23. I got in my car, and in about 3 weeks to a month-ish, we did 10,000 miles all around the United States, and I'm trying to go back. But I got some things at home that need to be taken care of and everything before I do that. But when I do, I might be heading west. Yeah, it's funny. Just me. It's hilarious. There's some good times. Maybe another time, maybe Patreon lives or something. We'll share funny stories, but we can also, I'm probably going to do like a Discord where we could all get together and just have a chat. Also have Zoom. So Zoom I'll be using for my classes. Whoever's left, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope what I did tonight helped you in some way and made some sense. I know this is a long live. I appreciate you guys hopping in and out. Thank you, Lisa. You're very welcome. I will try to make it in the next 2 weeks. Shooting for twice a month myself, but I'll be live. Honestly, I'll be live with Down South Wednesday. I have an April live schedule. I think I posted it in my community page. But yeah, to everybody that donated, I honestly did not expect that. Y'all are freaking awesome. It truly helps me. And I put it towards, generally, I invest it back into my business. And if I'm not investing in my business, it's going to my home and family, period. That's where my money goes. I'm super excited because I'm going ghost hunting for the first time. I'm going to explode. Awesome. Yeah, I think I did see you there, just me. We had like 10 or 11 people join. I'm awful about keeping up with it. So y'all got to help this conversation going in the Facebook. You're welcome, Shelly. All right. That sounds good, honey. It's good to see y'all. Even though I can't see your faces, I would want to say familiar faces, but familiar names. But one day maybe we'll get to talk outside of the chats. All right. I love y'all. And until next time, peace out.